The Dent Slayer, Matt Boyette. Thank you so much for being here.
She's smooth, boy. She's smooth.
All right, fellas, I got an embarrassing. It's a good story, but it is kind of embarrassing. Okay. So, have y'all ever had someone ask you to work on a garage door?
Weekly.
No?
No, not yet.
Are you serious?
I have my own garage door.
But that you've worked on?
I should.
Get a little
It's
bit.
damaged.
Get a little closer.
Okay.
There you go. Okay,
So
there you go.
My own garage door is damaged.
But you haven't tried to fix it?
I have not yet.
Okay. Okay. I hate doing them. And when people call me, I'm like, no, I don't really fix those, but sometimes I'll let them talk me into it.
I refer you a lot.
Oh my gosh. See, this is why.
I think I know he was it a guy that at the beach?
He wasn't at the
HOA
beach.
was
Yeah. That was from you?
yeah.
Oh man, this thing got passed around and I got hot potatoed. Okay. Another one of our friends comes into this too. But anyways, this guy, he talks me into it. He says, man, the HOA is on me. It's a rental property and I really need to fix this. I say, okay, where are you located? He tells me. I asked him to send me some photos, and probably about 15 minutes after he initiated the conversation, he says, hey, have you been able to go by there yet and look at it? It's just like, I'm like, oh, no, sir. I haven't gone by there to look at your garage door. I usually don't go by anywhere to do assessments. You know, I don't have the margin. It's just me. So he just wears me out. And he's like, do you think you can get it good? And I'm like, no, I don't. And he's like, okay. What percentage do you think that you'll be able to do a good job? What percentage bad job? I said about 50-50. And he's like, oh, okay. And so he's like, okay, let me think about it. And then he's like, okay, let's do it. How much? And I'm like, $500. And so he's like, oh man. But he's like, okay, let's do it. Come over. We set an appointment. I show up there and he's like, and I look at him like, this is going to suck. Like, it's not going to look great. You know how it just flops. It doesn't, it's not thick enough. It just flops around and it's very hard.
Okay.
Sometimes if they're very minor, you can do a good job, but I am not. I don't know if anybody's really good at this. So he goes, do you have a Sawzall? And I'm just like, oh, no, I don't have a Sawzall in my truck. Like, my normal job does not involve a Sawzall. So no, I don't. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I have a hammer. He's like, listen, here's the thing. The door is walled in from the other side. It's walled in with drywall.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. This is the guy. He told me all this on the phone.
He has made a room inside his garage.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Walled in the door.
Yeah, that's weird.
So when I told him, hey, you should just replace the door, he's like, I can't, I can't replace the door. Maybe he told me that there was a wall or something. I don't remember, but I get there and I'm like, oh, there's a wall. No, I don't have a Sawzall. Okay, he's like, I have a hammer. The tenant's not here. Let's go in. And we go in this, it's a townhouse off Lee Road. You know these townhouses. Not the nicest townhouses,
Okay.
by the way. But not super bad. But not nice. Not nice.
Mm-hmm.
Not nice. We go in there, and it's just weird in there. It's a weird vibe in there. It's almost like the carpet inside is like the cheapest indoor outdoor carpet that you could find like at Pinch a Penny for a like a blue thin carpet
In the room? Or
in the house. In the house.
Okay.
Like
I
those
think.
adhesive squares you put down.
No, like a roll.
Okay.
But that you would find in the screen patio of like a grandma in 1992.
Okay.
These details are getting fuzzy, but I'm just trying to paint a picture. These details might not be perfectly accurate. We go in the room and everything's just weird. Inside the room, there's a small fridge in the room, and then there's a microwave in the room, and then there's like some food in the room. And I'm like, this is so weird, man. And the guy breaks open the wall, makes a hole and kind of reaches his arm in there. And he's like, oh man, I can't even touch the door. There's a lot of room in here. And so I look in there, I'm like, I'll go in there. I'm going to go in the wall. There's plenty of room. There's probably like 2.5 feet of clearance. So instead of tearing the entire wall down, I'll just go through the hole and I'll work in there. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go in this wall in this weird house with this stranger that I don't know. He's talked me into going inside this wall to fix this garage door that I don't want to do. We pushed the insulation aside. So, and then I'm coming through the insulation. So I'm itchy.
All itchy. Yeah.
This was like last week. So this is June in Florida. Thankfully, it wasn't that hot of a day. I might have died in there. But I get in the wall, and I'm just like, I have one of those experiences where I'm like, what is my life right now? That I find myself in this wall, in this garage, doing something I don't want to do. This guy could kill me and wall me in here, and no one would ever find me.
Yeah.
And so I kind of have to go in and out, because you have to look at the outside and the inside a little bit. But I'm just doing what I can. That's kind of what you do with those things. You just kind of do what you can. And every time I leave the room and come back in, I'm like, I notice different details of the house. And one of the things I noticed was right outside the room was the washer and the dryer right before the kitchen. And the washer and the dryer are coin operated. And I'm like, what in the world? And I'm just kind of like, why would, I'm like, okay, I guess the guy in his house, he put the landlord put the washer and dryer in, they're just coin operated, and if they want to use them, they're coin operated.
Mm-hmm. Not a bad gig, I guess.
But weird, right?
Yeah, definitely weird.
Never, like, all these things are just things I've never seen before in my life.
Yeah.
And then I come in and out, and I notice there's a number on this door. The number 4 is on the door. And I'm like, this townhouse, he must be renting out the rooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I do what I can. The guy says, hey, I'm going to the gas station. You want anything? I'm like, no. He leaves, and I'm in this room, and I'm like, in this wall. And I'm like, dude, he left me here. What if this guy comes home and I'm in his wall, and there's a hole? I come climbing out of his wall, and it comes in his room. Like, what is his brain's gonna explode?
Yeah, that's the definition of breaking and
Can you
entering.
imagine? Man, I came in my house, and this dude climbed through the wall into my bedroom.
He had a hammer and he busted through
I
the
just
drywall.
started swinging. There's drywall on the floor.
Total
like,
justifiable.
oh, and I'm like, dude, I can't be done with this experience soon enough. And then, okay, everything happens. I ask the guy, hey, what's up with you rent out the rooms? He's like, yeah, I rent out each individual room. And, an old guy, it's all like older people that live there. Very bizarre situation. But then he's like, and it doesn't look that good.
What you fixed?
Yeah. And so I end up fixing a dent on his truck also to help me feel better about myself. But he says, yeah. He's like, do you know this other dent guy? And I was like, he's like, he lives on the north side. His name's Chip. And I'm like, Merkel. He's like, yeah, Chip Merkel. Yeah, I know. I've known him from New Berlin Baptist. And I asked him to do it, and he said, no, I don't work on garage doors. And I'm like, and he's like, I've known Chip for 20 years. And I'm like, I'm just learned from Chip exactly what I'm saying for now on. No, I don't work on garage doors.
No.
Like
That's
oh well, I don't work on garage doors.
Yeah,
Like
you learned a new line.
I learned that,
Yep.
and I'm like, from now on, when anyone asks me about if they mention a garage door, actually, I don't work on garage doors. I said, you can call Matt. He might. I don't know. You can call him and try to ask him. But I was like, dude, I learned a lesson from Chip. And I haven't talked to Chip for a couple months probably, but
It's actually freeing to be able to say, I don't work on XYZ.
yes.
Yeah.
I had no business doing that. I didn't need the job. It was just like I let the guy talk me into it. But now that I'm like, okay, no. Now my answer is no, I don't work on garage doors. That's easy now. Oh, no, I don't work on garage doors.
I think that our desire to like be the hero and to use our skill in a way that helps people sometimes can override like reality. And I mean, because I used to be the guy who worked on appliances too, and I was the guy who would work on garage doors.
Because you want to help people.
Because you want to say, yeah,
Yes.
I can help. You know, and someone calls you and they're like, you know, I got this refrigerator, and I can't tell you how many times I've been in that situation and like wish I wasn't, you know, just like you know, I mean, and to be honest, like the repairability isn't there. Like the what is it? The chance that you're going to repair it. Like when it's a car, it's a very high chance that I can repair anything that you have that's within reason. Like I have the tools for it. I know how to attack it. I know how to get access to it. But if it's an appliance, that's complete coin toss. There's no real. Maybe we haven't done it enough. Maybe not equipped. Maybe if I was like the refrigerator guy and like that's all I did, then I would be more equipped to do that. Like, but first of all, like you can't charge what you need. Like they're just not going to pay you X to fix a washing machine or a refrigerator unless it's some big, huge $1 million Sub-Zero thing. Then I might entertain it if it.
Nope.
If it makes sense.
I don't fix appliances too. See, I just figured that out too. No, actually, I don't fix appliances either.
Of course. But so generally, that is my answer. And generally, I don't do mobile.
You're going to find yourself in a bad situation because you haven't 100% declared.
No, listen. Because right now, my answer is, do you do mobile? And my answer is no. But when Shad Khan, the owner of the Jaguar, calls and says, do you do mobile? Then my answer is absolutely, I do mobile. And I went to Shad Khan's hangar to work on his car because I want to work on his car.
So you screen it.
I screen it.
See, you've been telling me you've been sending me mobiles, but how come you didn't send me that one?
Because that one's for me. I get to curate the mobiles the mobiles that I do. I mean, it's the same as like, you know, I did 8 hail damage airplanes in 2025. Like, so generally speaking, like I don't want to work on that stuff unless the right thing comes. We made some really good money working on 8 hail damage airplanes. So like, I don't want to ever just like pigeonhole myself to like, I only work on cars. Because like you can be kind of, I don't know. You're just limiting yourself, I think.
Well, I'm limiting myself.
There's guys who won't fix aluminum. Like where do you but you could see how like you could easily get to this point where you just like, nope, I only operate in this box and that's it. So like you have to like define like your boundaries of where you want to operate.
I'm getting some clear boundaries now.
But I screen everybody. Like I don't work on appliances. I don't
What about garage doors?
work on garage doors.
For 100%?
But
See, you just have a little bit of a crack in the door, and you're going to be inside of a wall too one day. Yes, you are. I'm not anymore.
Here's my other exception.
You are.
Is when Eddie Farah calls. If you know Eddie Farah, he's like one of the biggest lawyers. I don't know how far his firm's reaches go, but
You can call him Eddie.
He's a huge. Anyhow, he was up for knee surgery. He had knee surgery, and he couldn't walk. And he asked us to come get his car, take it to our shop, fix it, bring it back.
Yeah.
So
Easy.
normally would I ever do that? No. Bring your car to me. I'm not going to go get your car for you. But for that dude,
I would do that for the right price.
He paid a premium price for us to do that. Of course I will do that. So like,
But I would do that for anyone for a premium price.
but not everyone's going to pay you a premium price to do that.
Agreed.
So that's where you have to kind of
But that works itself out when you put the price up there.
correct.
But that
So maybe my
$500
answer
for
is-
that dumb garage door didn't push him out, so I found myself inside of a wall
Yeah.
in June.
Should have priced yourself out of it.
I thought I did, but I have a new boundary.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I did a dent on a dryer, a white dryer. Came out great, paid well, because there was a contracting company doing work in this person's house, and they dented the dryer.
Right.
So the owner of the dryer didn't care what it cost. The person who called me in for the job didn't ask what it cost. They said, just go and fix it. Just go and fix it. Okay. Spent 10 minutes in there.
Yep.
It's like $200, 10 minutes worth of work, you know? So I took it in stride. You know, this one's painted. I like that
then-
better than stainless.
But then when I've done an appliance like that, I tell them, I'm like, listen, I'm going to do this for you. Don't tell anybody that I did this for you.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody else to know that I did this. So it's like you don't get a review. You don't like, well, the way I did it, because I don't want to do them. So yeah, no more appliances for me and no more garage doors.
I was not comfortable being in this person's house working. So it was a total, that was what surprised me. I'm in their house. Oh, now I have to be clean, you know?
Did you wear booties over your shoes?
No, I should have. But I'm putting tools down on the washing machine going,
Yeah. You have to be quiet.
like very, you know, like I don't want to scratch anything. And it's like,
Yeah.
this is a totally different environment. And it's like, I didn't like that.
Yep.
Did not like that. But you know, if I'll still do it. That doesn't bug me. Stainless appliances, I will not touch.
Well, stainless is a deceiving word but when it comes to appliances, stainless doesn't mean stainless. It means the appearance of stainless.
Sure.
It could be really cheap aluminum that has like some stainless looking coating on it, like
With clear coat over it?
yeah, like you don't know what you're getting when you get it. Is it black stainless or is it like? And so there's
I didn't
such
know they made that.
There's such a variation. Yeah, all my appliances are black stainless.
Black stainless?
Yeah,
Have I seen that before?
I mean, if you've walked in Lowe's, then
What
sure
is
you
it?
know.
Like this? Kind of like that?
Not
Like
that
black
black.
metal?
Yeah,
Huh. It was like powder coated?
I don't know how they do it. It's just black stainless.
It's probably just a tinted clear.
But the point is like you don't know what the material is that you're encountering.
Yeah.
You don't know what's behind the material you're encountering. If it's foam that's reinforced. Like I worked on a refrigerator and the landlord for one of my shops, he's got a really expensive diesel RV. And I worked on the refrigerator for that. Had a hole right behind it. I stuck a dent craft wire in and worked this crease out. Amazing. It just worked. But like the odds of that working on an LG one in someone's house is zero.
Right.
There's certain situations that to me I'll entertain it, but some guy called me. He was a contractor building a metal building, kind of like the one next door, and someone shipped all the sheet metal, and there was like 5 or 6 pieces that were dented in the ribs, but they were already on the thing, and he was like, "Dude, I got to pull all this off and order new metal," and all I heard was cha-ching, 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 and I'm thinking, "Oh man, I can charge a premium here." And like they hadn't put the interior walls up, and I'm like, okay, I can go inside, I can tap it out from the inside, and like he had lifts, and I'm like, okay, like all the factors are working out for me, like I'll do this job, and then it just never worked out where I went back to did it, but he would have paid me whatever I needed to because it was going to be cheaper than replacing all the metal on this building that he had.
So what do you do?
I don't know. We never connected back again. It wasn't. I don't know what happened, but
Yeah.
I'll entertain any of that stuff. I had a guy I wish this happened. Just for bragging rights, because I think it would have been a record in the PDR world. A guy called me because he bought and flipped vehicles that were liquid container movers. Like if you've seen like a fuel tanker truck, or the one like a milk, like the ones that like they have a huge tank on the back.
Yeah.
Big cylinder laying down.
Yeah.
And if they're dented so far, they're not
within spec.
They're not able to be driven on the road.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was finding these container trucks that had these huge dents in them and asking me if I could fix it.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, I'm going through all my leverage, access, tool, body position. I'm going through on. I'm like, I think I can fix it. I can get inside the thing. I can literally crawl in the thing. I know how to fix this dent on.
What month was this?
What do you mean?
I'm trying to figure out how hot it is outside. That you're going to get inside this tank.
No, he was going to drive it. He was going to bring it here. I could fit it in my shop. I can fit whatever. I can fit an 18-wheeler in here.
So you're going to have to aim a fan in there.
And I was thinking, I'm going to get a sledgehammer and a 2x4. I can make a knot. I can do this. I was like, man, I'll do this. And all I was picturing was like this price and this like ego of like, dude, I fixed the biggest dent in in PDR history. Bragging rights. Like I was like, oh, I'm going to freaking do like.
All right.
And I guess he never bought the truck. But he called me. He was like, hey, I'm going to buy this thing. Could you fix it? And I'm like, let's do it.
Did you put a price on it?
No, because then he sent me a screenshot photo. And we never connected again.
Probably for the best.
I'll try anything, man. I've had people call me for hail damage on 18-wheeler like tractor trailer like the cabs. Mm-hmm. I'll do it. We've done hail damage on.
Fix them.
You have?
Yeah, cabs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've had hail damage on like Winnebago RVs, like the built-out Transit Sprinters that are fully all
those
Glupal,
are all
but all Glupal. Like you can't access it because it's
right. Because you're not getting around that panel.
So I'll do that stuff because as long as it makes sense financially, then I'll entertain doing it or I'll try. I'm not against it, but usually the garage door.
So have you tried a garage door before? So at least you've tried it. You know? So like you've got that mentality of that looks like a challenge. I'm not afraid of challenges. I want to try and see if I can do it. And I've got the same thing. So I get that. But then you've tried it. You've seen it sucks. And you learned.
Sometimes you can do this again. But sometimes you can. Sometimes you can make it look pretty good.
A garage door?
Yes.
Yeah, but it probably sucks to do.
Yeah.
So that's when
it works. That's the thing. When it does work out, it's pretty fast and easy.
Yeah.
And pays really well. But then you're gonna get some that are. You look at it afterwards and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to charge for this.
The guys that I forget. I want to say I don't know the name of the company. Forgive me, guys, if you are listening, but it's like called Prime Tech or something, and like most of what they do is Airstream PDR. Like their page is all Airstreams, and they have jigs that they will lay some of these panels on that they've built out of wood to be able to straighten these panels, like just for the Airstreams, and they're
removing panels.
Some of the Airstream panels, like on the lower corners,
the front.
There's like these little aluminum things,
guard panels,
and those get damaged, and they have this jig that they've made to mount it, to do what they need to do on it. So that's an example of leaning into like this genre and crushing it.
Yeah,
like building tools and systems and knowing the metal and blah 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 that you can dial your system to do it. But there's money to be made there, I think. Unlike a refrigerator,
so it's got to have pneumatic wheels. Like a refrigerator has wheels, but I don't want to fix a refrigerator. A house doesn't have wheels, so if it has wheels that can be filled with air, I can fix. I'm in the game.
I guess.
I don't want to fix anything without wheels. So I wouldn't fix a garage door on a regular house, but maybe on a mobile home since I changed my rules. Huh?
Garage doors have wheels. That's how they go up.
Oh, no. They don't have wheels that you put air in.
No.
He did say pneumatic wheels.
Okay.
Today's guest is co-host of Smash Masters podcast and owner of My Dent Shop LLC in Terryville, Connecticut, Stefan Esche. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me. It's an
Thanks
honor.
for coming.
It's it's a short trip.
Have you had a good day so far?
Yeah.
What do you think of our area?
It's good. You're a good tour guide. You're a good tour guide. I got a little tour of the area from James. But it's it's warm.
It's warm.
It's
It's
warm.
hot. It's not warm.
But being from Connecticut, I'm still soaking in the heat at this point. I'm not over it, so I'm enjoying it. But it's just as hot as at home right now.
And the humidity is similar?
Oh yeah, at home, yeah, absolutely. We get a lot of humidity, just not nearly as long as you guys get it. You guys get it for an extended period of time. Ours.
Didn't y'all have a bad snowstorm like a month ago?
A little longer than that, but yeah.
I mean, not much longer. Maybe a month and like 2 months, if that.
In Connecticut, it goes from cold sweatshirt weather to instant shorts and t-shirt, like overnight. And then it'll go back to cold, and then it'll go back to hot, and then a little cold, and then hot for the summer. So like it literally, you never know. It's you dress in jeans and sweatshirt one day, shorts the next day.
How long have you lived there?
My whole life. Born and raised.
In Terryville?
No. All over, not all over Connecticut, but I grew up in a small town called Woodbury. Very small town. It's half rich people, half farmers. You'd be surprised by the area. If you think of Connecticut, it's not what you'd think of.
Pretty rural?
Yeah, I would
Very.
not think that Connecticut had farmers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But we do.
Yeah.
And there's, there's smaller farms because there's lots of hills and stuff, but they're there. It was a good place to grow up. It was a boring place to grow up. So it was
Did that get you into trouble?
lots of trouble. Lots of trouble. When there's not much
What year
to
were you
do-
born?
87.
Okay.
87. So I graduated 06.
When I was in high school, the whole Jackass Johnny Knoxville thing was happening. Were you an adult already when that was happening?
What do you mean by that?
You're way older than me.
What's way? How old am I?
I think you're like 8 years older than me. How old are you?
I'll be 50 this year, September.
Okay. Yeah. Not 8, but I can't do the math right now. But you're a little older than me, buddy.
Okay, then I was probably an adult by
Okay.
definition.
Let me ask you this. Even though you were an adult, were you living out your Jackass fantasies with your friends as a young adult?
Oh, yes.
Well, I was still a juvenile.
I lived that life until I met my wife, which she ended abruptly.
All this to ask you, was that a part of your like high school experience? That was all past?
No, it was around.
Okay.
It just wasn't me.
Okay.
Good.
It just wasn't me.
I feel like that era was so good. But it was like that was happening, doing crazy things, and then everyone had a video recording device, or like most people had. So like it was so easy to say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this." I remember seeing the first home situation of that was one of my friends took one of those push scooters, like razor scooters, just scooted off the roof of his house, and they've camcorded it, and I was like, dude, this is the best thing I've ever seen. I want to be a part of this.
Most of my of that part, there was no
recording.
Thank God.
Smart.
Yeah, there's a few things that we recorded that I'd have to dig out of the archives that are funny, reckless but funny. They're, they're not incriminating. But to record something was kind of rare. Most everything happened just
organically.
Yeah.
Just for the experience.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you know how we grew up, tell us more about how you grew up.
Well, it's not an easy story. I mean, I don't consider myself to have like a hard childhood, but I wouldn't consider it to have been easy either. I didn't really fit in, so friends hard to come by. Wasn't into doing sports or anything like that, so I just never had that kind of support group. So it was tough. It was tough for me. I was in band, so I had, I was a drummer. So I had my drummer friends, and I had that. But no one was really a good friend. It's like a bunch of acquaintances.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how I can describe my whole education. Which made it tough. But, my goal was to pass, graduate, get out of there, and build something I would like to do, because school wasn't it. And of course, they're shoving it down my throat to go to college at that time. So I tried, failed. I was there maybe 3 or 4 months, and the dean invited me to leave. So that wasn't a very pleasant experience. So
what kind of things were you good at in school? Like what subjects were like your... even though you hated it, I'm sure there were things that you...
So if I was going to choose to do one piece of homework, which that would be it, if I did any, it would be math. I was more into science than other things, but I can count on one finger how many good sciences teachers I've had. So like I had one that was great. It really opened up my eyes. Every single other one I had was horrible. And it turned me off to school, learning, and all that. So really, there wasn't anything fun for me in school. But math came easy to me. So if I was going to do homework, it was math, because I could get it done.
Did you have any like wood shop, auto shop, nothing like that at your school?
Nothing.
Wow.
So there was an agriculture program. So I can't say that there's nothing at the school.
Yeah.
But if you're not into farming, you're not going to join the agriculture program. And the agriculture program is where they taught you mechanics on tractors,
dude,
and that kind of stuff.
I wish I could have done something like that. That sounds so cool.
It's not, I just had no interest in any kind of agriculture stuff. I mean, there were literal barn animals in my high school. It was a separate wing, but...
wow. What did you just say? There was what in your high school?
Barn animals. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And they had
that kind of got said, and I didn't register it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a whole farm fields behind the school. I mean, a little bit separate from the school, but it's that's what they were. Our school was kind of a school that people from other towns went to go to that program.
Oh, it was an ag magnet school.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, but it was also our town's public school. So me as a town resident,
you went there,
right? But I didn't get the benefit off of those programs. But I wouldn't have chosen to anyway. Would I have? Yeah, it might have been good for me. I never thought about that. It might have been good for me. Obviously, I like working with my hands and stuff, so that probably would have been good.
I feel like to be a farmer, you have to know how to do everything. You have to be like a generalist to know a lot about everything to be a good farmer. You just stuff that, like to get an old tractor running or something like that. Stuff like that is super cool to me.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about tractors, but I hope to one day own one.
Okay.
That's a very achievable goal.
Really?
Owning a tractor, yeah.
Where am I going to put it? Can I put it at your? You have
goal.
You have quite a bit. You're a much wider landowner than I am. Could I store it at your house?
As long as I get the keys, I can use it when I need to.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Would that apply to any other thing besides a tractor?
A boat, if you're implying, yeah.
Okay.
Or side by side, or
Okay.
Sounds
gun
pretty
safe. Any of those things.
Gun safe.
Any of those options are good.
All right.
good. Sounds pretty good.
All right. Sorry, Stefan.
So,
No,
all
you're
right.
good.
So you didn't like high school. You're horrible in college.
Yeah, that wasn't. I didn't go
Got
to
kicked out of
class.
college. Oh,
Didn't
yeah.
go to class.
Oh yeah, that will mess it up.
Yeah.
That was my college experience.
So I was.
You went to college?
No, I went to a college to finish high school.
Okay.
But that didn't work out for me either. So I left.
Oh, that's good.
So you
Yeah.
or
Well, so college didn't work.
college didn't work.
College didn't
You
work.
got invited to leave.
Got invited to leave.
That's like, have you seen on the internet where they say someone's showing what they do and it's really bad, and they're like, people comment, I'd like to book a cancellation.
Yes. I actually really enjoy those.
I love those
Comment
comments. Oh my gosh.
But anyway.
So he asked you if you
so
wanted
yeah,
to book a cancellation.
Yeah. And I said yes. So no, I packed up everything. I mean, there's more to that story. It had to do with. It's interesting. I'll go into it. So this college was in North Carolina. Loved the area. Ended up getting in trouble. Possession of marijuana down there. And at that point, it was already decriminalized. So I didn't get hauled off to jail. I got a court summons, which I lost and decided to ignore.
Whoops.
Right. Stupid me, 18 years old. I'm going,
It'll be
I'm
fine."
leaving the state anyway. You know, I'm never coming back. Pack up all my things in my car. I have a sleeping bag. I slept in the sleeping bag in an empty dorm room with my car packed up. Wake up to knock, knock, knock.
Johnny
Security-
Law.
Yeah, security officer from the campus. You gotta come with me. Follow him to their office. There's a cop. You gotta come with me. Handcuffs. Yeah, warrant out for my arrest. Oh, the day I was supposed to drive home, call my mother from the jail. I need bail money.
Had you told her that you were leaving college?
Yes.
Okay, so she already knew that.
Yes.
You didn't have to say,
She thought I
I
was
got
on my
kicked
way
out of
home.
college
No.
and I'm in jail.
No, this
Okay.
was just compounding here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
You're feeling bad.
yeah, I hope I was. I don't know at this point. I don't know what was going through my head. But so
When you're 18, the things going through your head are not usually the best. They're not sound.
no,
It's not wisdom.
no, and I've diagnosed.
All your anybody that you probably ran that plan by was probably like, yeah, dude, you'll be fine.
They were all other 18-year-olds. Yeah.
Exactly.
Probably. Man. Yeah, and it was stupid. So anyway, all right. So this is before cell phones were really huge too. So getting a hold of my mother wasn't easy. I spent all day in that jail. And luckily it was only all day. Finally got a hold of her. I somehow had one of my friends from the college, his phone number memorized. So I got it to her. She wired money $4,000 or $6,000 to a Piggly Wiggly.
Yep.
He went and picked it up and bailed me out of college and said it was the funnest thing he ever, or bailed me out of jail, said it was the funnest thing he ever did.
He still tells that story to this day. First, I went to
Probably.
the Piggly Wiggly to secure the bag.
Oh my God, he could have just taken that money and just taken off, you know, like, but he came and got me.
Yeah.
So
Good friend.
good dude. I barely knew him. I don't even know him now. We're not even connected on Facebook, you know, like I know his name, you know, but like, I think I've searched for him a few times, like trying to reconnect and be like, dude, you're still my favorite person, you know, but I don't know. Yeah, I can't find him, but that's how life goes sometimes.
Yep.
But so I'm out.
You're out.
I drive home. I have to fly back for court
Yeah.
with my mother.
Right.
Another disappointment adding into all of this, you know. Whatever. Get it expunged. So I don't have a record.
Not until now. Now everyone knows.
Whatever. I work for myself. I think I'm okay.
There you go.
Self-employment. And you know, everybody makes stupid decisions. Maybe that's
Especially
stupid,
when we're young.
But everybody makes stupid decisions. That was stupid. So I'm back home. Mother says I got to get a job. You know, I'm living at home, so you got to get a job. So I don't think it was my first step, but I ended up working in special services in the education, public education. First in an elementary school and then in a high school as a paraprofessional. So basically I followed around special needs kids to their classes in the high school and made sure that they were on task. It was probably the easiest job I've ever had. The paras, people who had my job with the regular students that weren't special needs, they're dealing with kids that are like, F you, you know? My kids, I say, hey, get back to work. Okay. You know, it's like they were totally into it. I said, my job's so easy. But it wasn't for me. I was like, everyone was like, do you want to be a teacher? I mean, nah, it's just a job. Walking through the halls, and there are posters for collision repair school, automotive school. And I say, I like cars. So that's what led me to trade school, which I did 15 months at the trade school, attended every day, graduated with honors.
You liked it.
I liked
you
it.
You loved it.
And I enjoyed working with my hands, and I could excel at it. So, I mean, complete switch from somebody who didn't go to classes at all to graduating with honors from a trade school. Clearly, we could see which path was better for me.
What would you qualify the difference being, like between normal school and trade school? Like, what for you? What was the difference that made it? I don't want to do this. This is interests me.
So to help me learn, I'm a visual learner.
Okay.
So there was a lot more hands-on and examples. I think that helped me huge. Sitting on a desk and being lectured to doesn't really do anything for me. I'm just not an auditory learner. Mm-hmm. So hands-on mostly was the thing. I mean, it's they didn't teach any kinds of trades in my high school. So I mean, if they had, I probably would have liked that just as much. So I mean, I'm just meant to work with my hands. It must be what it is.
Yeah. I think that is the case with people. They have different paths of getting information in here, and some of it's a book, or some of it's like doing very tactile with your hands. Mm-hmm. I think there's lots of paths to learning, and for me, that is very much the path where I have to do it.
It's like I'm very visual and I'm very kinesthetic learning. So seeing somebody do it once, then I'm good pretty much after that. Mm-hmm. And then kinesthetic is basically just figuring it out, putting your hands on it and getting things done. So that's how I learn. You could tell me, so I'm not an auditory listener. If you give me, if you tell me directions down to the gas station, by the second direction, I forgot the first one. So it's gone. I don't remember it. You know, it's just, it's not the memory thing. It's that I don't learn by auditory. So yeah, I think that was the main thing for me, is that it's a visual, hands-on learning experience. Also, you know, and like I said, I didn't have a very good time, not a lot of friends in the school system. So getting in a different school system with different people allowed me to start fresh. So anyway. Yeah,
So you made some friends at trade school?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some that I still have today. So yeah, that was probably the start to the turning point in my life getting better.
Wow.
I'd say I never really realized that till now.
What was the school, the trade school called?
It was Barron Institute of Technology. It was bought out by Lincoln Tech while I was there. So I didn't go to Lincoln Tech, but now it's Lincoln Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you recommend people go to that school?
See, this is something I talk about on my podcast a lot. I didn't learn anything at trade school. So what I mean by that is I got into the body shop and I couldn't do anything. Anything. You know, and after you spend 15 months in a program, the boss who hired me, who had never done body work in his life, expected me to be able to do body work. Whereas, you know, I did my first job and I'm going to mix primer, and a body guy comes over and feels it and goes, "Don't prime that. It's not done yet." Because I didn't know, because it wasn't any good. He knew that I wouldn't be any good because he knew how long I had been doing it. I'm right out of school. So would I recommend trade school? To learn things? No. But if you have no connections to the industry you're trying to go into, if you commit to that, you're showing that you have the attitude to stick with something for a year, 15 months, however long the program is, and you got a piece of paper that says you completed it. So then when you get into the shop and you aren't perfect, they're not just going to get rid of you right away. This kid did schooling. He's shown he puts effort into it. He put 15 months into that. Let's give him 15 months here, see what happens.
Why can't they get you to where you can do a decent job at body work? Like, does it just take time to progress, or are they not getting you to the point to where you're actually finishing work?
For me, it was there wasn't real work. So they had 80s junk cars sitting there. That are completely different than the 90s and 2000s cars that I'd be working on. So, one, we're learning on cars that are outdated. Two, we don't have any new parts. We don't have any customers. So they're giving us a door, and they're saying, okay, grind off the old skin. This is how you remove the old door skin. Right? Grind it off. Okay. All right, now take these set screws and set screw it back on. Normally, you'd put a new door skin on that. What did I learn? How to remove a door skin? The skill is in putting a new one on. You didn't teach me that at all. We don't even have new door skins. There's no real work. You can give me a fender. They told us all to bring in a fender, cut it in half, weld it back up. What did I learn doing that? Nothing. Maybe how to weld a little bit.
Yeah.
But
so what you're doing just doesn't connect to the real world.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
So if this school had customer cars coming in with real insurance jobs, and they had real body techs, basically an apprenticeship program, that's what I'd recommend.
Yeah.
That's while you learn. So on my podcast, I talk about that a lot. I say, is there value in trade school? Yes, because it shows you committed to something and it might get you in the door. If you want to learn, the best case scenario is an apprentice situation in the real shop.
Maybe there's other trade schools, other trades that would translate better, like maybe a carpentry, where what you're doing in the class translates a little better, right, into reality, or maybe a plumbing or welding.
Yeah, maybe.
But is there a plumbing trade school?
Yeah, that's what that's what
I just thought you became an apprentice. I didn't know there was a plumbing school you go to.
Yeah, there's like the Tulsa Welding School.
They teach plumbing.
No, they teach welding and they teach
HVAC.
They teach HVAC. So like you can go to these trade schools and
I'm gonna look it up. I still don't know if there's a plumbing school.
I know that there is. I don't know the name of it, but I know that there's plumbing schools.
I mean, all you need is a plumber that wants to teach people and opens his own thing. Just like a PDR tech that wants to train people and opens his own thing.
Yeah. And like at the Tulsa Welding by my house, I mean, they
do welding, HVAC, and electrical.
Yeah.
Tulsa.
And you can see them install ducts and whole systems, and like they try to replicate.
I feel like there's less artwork in those trades than a body work.
Correct.
So
it's more process than craft.
I feel like you can get experience doing that in a trade school setting better than a body work kind of situation. I mean, unless the trade school has customer cars coming in.
Do you feel like body work is turning into more of that, where there's less skill in body repair?
Oh, yeah.
Where it's turning into just part swapping?
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot less. I mean, they're not even pushing for people to learn how to repair things anymore because the shop has an easier time just replacing things. It's easier to get approved from the insurance company rather than asking for 27 hours on something. The insurance companies lose their minds when they hear numbers like that. It's like, okay, replace it, and that's equivalent to 29 hours. So you're paying more by just replacing it, but it's easier to get that approved for some reason. So
that whole thing, man.
It's just how it is. So the shops don't even want their techs repairing things anymore. They just replace it. Just get it done. The shops can also look at that and they're going, I know how long it's going to take them to replace it. Whereas I don't know how long it's going to take them to repair it. It's up in the air. It depends how it goes. So it's everything's pushing towards replace.
That's just the machine of it now.
Yeah, and with these direct repair shops signing contracts with the insurance companies, doing things like, we promise not to write over 8 hours on a panel. Like, they will sign contracts to that effect. So then everything gets replaced. So unless it's a small dent. And even then, you need to have guys with skill in the shop. And to hire somebody with skill, it's not easy. There's not many of us anymore. I left. It's just a sign. People are leaving that are skilled, or they're starting to own shops. And
well, before we go too far down that hole,
sure,
let's kind of go back to your story.
Okay.
As far as like what brought you to the shop, like, so you were in a trade school where you didn't learn much, right? And then you went to work at.
Well, first it was a mom and pop shop, this tiny little shop in Sandy Hook, Glen Road Auto Body. And it was the owner, a one worker, and then me. And I learned from the worker. It was very interesting. No paint booth, no frame machine, 2 bays, maybe 3 bays. One of them was his paint booth. It was just a walled off bay. That's all, with a fan in a window. That was his paint booth. When he went to go paint, you wet down the floors. Everybody stops working so you don't make dust. Like old school muscle cars hanging from the ceiling just because they're in the way. Got to keep them inside, but they can't be in a bay. So it's like up here on its butt, hanging from the ceiling.
What?
Yeah, like crazy. That's old school body shop stuff. So that was interesting, but this was also 2008, 2009. So the housing market crashed, everything crashed. So I lost the job. He didn't have any more work for me. So I ended up going to a dealership body shop. So I kind of consider the dealership body shop my first real body shop because that was the first production body shop I went to. And that's the one where I mentioned the fender, the first fender I fixed that I couldn't do. And I could diverge a little bit because I have a little bit of a funny story on how I got that job.
Yeah.
It was winter when I applied, and I had an interview date, and I'm driving a smart car at the time.
You owned it?
Technically, it was my mother's, but I was the only one who was driving it.
Wow.
She bought it because I was going to the auto body school. The auto body school was about an hour and 15 minutes away. Gas was bad at the time, so we got the smart car. She got it for me. I was very lucky. But I was driving around this little clown car. Was interesting. But she gave me the option. She's like, what do you think about it? I'm like, yes, because I like unique things. I don't care. I don't care what people think about me. So anyway, I'm driving the smart car. A huge snowstorm comes the day of my interview, morning of. I showed up early. I still got there to my interview early. And he had 3 people call out because of the snow. So he walked into the office, pretty much said, I got to hire you.
That's cool. Did you start that day?
No, but it was very soon after. Actually, no, it was a good 2 weeks or something. He had to fire somebody first or something. Like there was another situation. But then he did call me back and I got the job. And then when I sucked, he didn't get rid of me. I'm still friends with that boss to this day. He's a good guy. He gave me my chance. So I owe him a lot for that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He actually gave me a motorcycle years later. Just gave me a 1972 Honda CB750. It's not running, but it's almost there. And I've been carting around, not running for a little while, but I finally have the money to get it done. And I have found somebody to fix it for me. And I'm just waiting for his slow season to come so I can get it in there. But yeah, he's a cool dude, and he gave me a chance. And like I said, he's never did body work in his life. So he had no idea what he was hiring, just based off of attitude, me showing up early in a snowstorm in a smart car. He still tells that story.
What year was that?
We had 08, 09.
Okay.
So maybe at 2010 at the latest. But I think it was 09.
Okay. And how was your progression through
Body work?
Yes.
Horrible. So, man, I'll tell you, it took years before I wasn't beating myself up every day for sucking so much.
Wow.
Years. And it's worse when, you're having trouble and the guys that you look to for advice, they're coming over, and there's one in particular, there's one mud job where somebody else had to redo it. And I'm trying to get better. So I'm over there with my tail between my legs going, what did I do wrong? What can I do better? And he looks at me and he goes, I don't know. I was scared shitless. It's like he doesn't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm screwed. Like I can't do this. I don't know if that's when I started looking at any other opportunity other than auto body, but pretty much my whole auto body career, I was like, I got to get out of this. 5 years in, it became easier. So I'd say it took 5 years to get comfortable.
Wow.
And not to do anything, but just to be comfortable. Okay, I can do this,
Where you were confident going to work that you're
Right.
going to do a good job.
Right.
Wow. Do you think that's typical?
Yes.
Wow.
That's a question we ask just about every guest we have on the Smash Masters
That's
podcast.
a long time.
And everybody says 3 to 5 years before they were
Is
comfortable.
that because of the variety of exposure to what you're being exposed to every day?
There's so much with auto body to do that you have to learn. Yes, the variety. So if I had been if I stuck with one brand the whole time, it would have made it a little easier. But the damage is always different. The cars are always getting more complicated with time. But every shop I've worked in has been in all makes and models. So you're learning German cars at the same time as you're learning just basic righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Try and learn Audis during that. It's just make you just pull your hair out. And then on top of that, mud work and metal work. Metal work you need to learn. And if you don't have that light to show you it's so much harder to figure metal out. You're going based off of feel. And when you're starting out, you don't have that feel. It's people go, yeah, can you feel this high spot? And it's like, no, feels fine to me, you know? So you don't have that. That takes time to build. And so again, it's just another thing on top of it's everything points to, I can't do this. Everything's a barrier. And I mean, I don't want to sound high ego, but I've always been the kind of person that when I set my mind to something, I do it well. So to spend 3 years doing something and still feel like I can't do it at all, I felt like a total failure. But
when you're struggling through that, or how are you paid hourly? Or are you paid by the job, or how does that work?
I've always been hourly. I was, especially since my introduction to this career was 08, 09, when there was low amounts of work. I wasn't going to go somewhere where if there was no work, I don't get paid. I was going to go somewhere that I made sure I got a paycheck every week.
This episode is brought to you by Mobile Tech RX, the #1 app built for auto recon pros. Whether you're chasing hail, fixing wheels, or repairing dents, Mobile Tech RX handles the full workflow from estimate to payment with zero fluff. With tools like X-ray, access photos, hail matrices, and tech pay tracking, you'll save time, make more, and look damn good doing it. Start your 5-day free trial at mobiletechrx.com.
This episode is brought to you by PDR Expo, the premier event dedicated entirely to the paintless dent repair industry, happening September 25th and 26th, 2026 at the Rio in Las Vegas. This is where techs, tool companies, and industry leaders come together for 2 full days of education, networking, live competitions, and hands-on access to the latest tools and innovations. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, PDR Expo is built to help you sharpen your skills and grow your business.
Black Plague PDR Tools. We only partner with sponsors that we believe in and products that we use. Black Plague PDR. Since Keith started making tabs years ago, we've been fans. Black Plague dent and crease tabs are part of our daily kit. They hook up, pull hard, and last a really long time. Find them at deadrattabs.com. And even better, come see Keith at MTE this year and check out some of his new products coming out, including the super straight tabs and his micro tip set.
Throughout my career, those flat rate places ended up disappearing. The hourly became kind of the standard.
Hourly meaning this job pays this many hours, or you clock in between this time and that time?
Clock in, clock out. You get paid for when you're there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Is that the industry standard right now?
basically, most places have a bonus program on top of that, some kind of incentive to incentivize you, obviously, to get more work done. Most of those incentive plans are
Hard to obtain.
fake. Literally made to so you don't get.
Yeah,
Oh, you
just out of reach.
almost got it.
Yep.
Oh, you
Try a little bit
almost
harder.
got it. Yeah, exactly. And it's like that does more to make a toxic environment than anything. And then the places that do play the good bonuses don't pay good hourly. So it's here or there. I do hear that there's places down south that you can still get a good flat rate job, be a subcontractor, and make good money. So it's still possible. I've just never seen it, not in my area. I'd rather, in my area, you're lucky to get a place that has a good process. So that's, for me, that was more important. I want to work somewhere that has structure. I know what I'm doing tomorrow, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I did find a place like that, but it was toxic. It was very toxic. So I feel like I'm skipping ahead.
Yeah. Anything you want to go back to is fine. Yeah. anything more you want to talk about in the body shop world before you started transitioning to PDR?
No. No, I'm not a fan. I mean, I like I said, I was trying to get out of the body shop the whole time.
As soon as you were,
whole time. Maybe there was like a year in there where I felt like the money caught up and the job got easy enough where I was like, okay, this is good. But then, I'll touch on this. My frustration with body work is that I always wanted it to be better. And especially with my connections with social media, I would see these shops that were just doing amazing processes. They had amazing culture and all this. So then I go to, my boss and I'd be like, listen, check this out. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Let's do that. So yeah. And so I get my hopes up and nothing would happen, and then I was always frustrated because I didn't feel like management cared about making my life easier or better or the shop at all. They were getting paid, so they don't care. The owners, money's coming in, and yeah, you guys finished my BMW, so I don't care. I was fed up with that, not being in control, not being able to make the company better. I had no power.
Did you start posting on social media just when you were a body tech, or you did?
Yes.
You were building that when you were just doing body work?
Yes. It wasn't to build a following. It was just to show my friends and family the skills I had amassed because I was proud of myself. I became the go-to guy in most of the shops that I was in. I was the guy, and or I thought I was anyway. And I was proud of that. So I wanted to show that off, friends and family. So I made some videos, and they went viral. And it's like all of a sudden I had 4,000 followers, and it's like, oh, okay, we could do something with this. But yeah, I was all auto body skill. I mean, that's what I was skilled at. That's what my knowledge was.
Yeah.
So I felt comfortable that even though I'm going to put this out and get a bunch of hate, I know I'm right. So like I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah, confident.
Right. Exactly. Whereas I'm less confident putting out PDR videos at this point. But I still. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a newbie. There's lots of things. I mean, I'm my own biggest critic. There's lots of things that I struggle with, and I can't tell you how many videos I've started, and then there's no way I can show this aftershock.
Why do you feel that way?
Pride in my own work.
Well, I'm the same way. Sometimes I start a video and I'm like, oh yeah, this is not going to be a video ending. Right. This can be a photo ending, but not video.
Well, let me just. I want to kind of narrow this down.
Sure.
Not all dents are Instagram worthy. I mean, right. I would say I post 1% of the dents I do, if that.
Okay.
1 out of 100 for probably less than that. 0.5% of the dents I do. Some of them are just.
That's because most of them look chewed up still.
No. I mean, I'm not necessarily yes or no.
I'm kidding.
I'm not trying to say like I'm that good. I'm just saying like some of them just don't warrant being on Instagram, right? And some of them are bad because I'm not getting paid to do this crazy job. Like, so what I'm asking you is it like like if I make a video of this dent, like is it because of dissatisfaction of the repair? Was that the best you could do and you're not happy with it? Or like what would be the reason why you wouldn't post it?
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Because
I hit some kind of a wall where I couldn't get past something.
But it was the best you could do.
It
wasn't like you were just
in this situation too, because being mobile, I feel like limits me a little bit more.
So that's the thing I wish was different about PDR. Is that, and I that's just not going to change, and that's just
just human.
That's just the world of Instagram too.
Yeah,
but I wish people were more honest with their repairs.
Okay,
and posted like when I tell new guys like, bro, just post it. Like You're gonna
document your
You're going
journey.
to document your journey. You can look back. You can be true to your customers and clients for an expectation of what you can do. You get to document your journey, and you can look back in 3 years and be like, wow, look what I did and what I could achieve. Like if all you ever post is like the stuff that's flawless, that like then you're just looking back through this thing. It's kind of boring. Like it's all flawless, but you don't see the journey. You don't see the story, right? I wish there was like I would advise new guys to like do your best in your dent, and if your best is a level 5, then I don't see what's wrong with posting that. The problem is that if you do post it, the world will hate on you, and they're not going to value the fact that you're just trying to be honest and document your journey. They're all going to blast you and scare you back into hiding and not posting that.
Right.
That's why I wish it was different.
Yeah.
But I mean, some of that stuff, dude, you can post it but not publish it. Like it could be on your Instagram. It's just not viewable to everyone else. So you could still
for my own benefit.
You could curate it there and have it.
I get it. Yeah. Okay. I get it.
But you don't have to let the world see it.
yeah. Okay.
My son recently went through and deleted his whole Instagram, except for like 4 posts. I'm like, dude, what'd you do? What? That literally upset me. Why'd you do that? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you deleted all your Instagrams. No, I did. I said, dude, there's 4 photos on there. No, I just hid them. They're still there. You just can't. They're just not published. I'm like, I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool. Like, I mean, like, because he's just in this different season where he doesn't want to see, because he's a big grown up now. He's hitting manhood.
Big boy.
And all his Instagram is not long ago. He was a little kid, and he doesn't want that shown.
You're saying you were once a little kid before you were a man? That's crazy.
He was saying right now, like the school he wrestles for, and I'll be very vague, not to,
Well, now I know which kid it is.
the school he wrestles for, the kids there they'll like gang up on you. They'll go through your Instagram and pull out a picture of you that makes you look young or innocent or whatever it is, and then they'll group share it, blast it.
They'll zoom way in on it.
Yeah, just
you're making a weird
just
face.
to make you look like a doofus.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't want him doing that. I'm like, dude, who cares?
We do that in our family.
Who cares? And he's like, I do. And I'm like, okay, valid. If I was your age, I'd probably care too.
You'd care. Yeah,
I would.
yeah.
I get it. So, but he went through and he just hid.
To protect himself from his friends bullying him.
Yeah. But I'm looking at it as a parent. I'm like, oh, I want that picture when you had that haircut, or when you were just starting jiu-jitsu, or like whatever that was.
He'll put them back one day.
Yeah, that, and so he just hid it. I'm just saying, back to the point of you could still,
dude. Growing up nowadays is tough.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it is.
Goodness.
No, that's good. I like that. I post things that aren't perfect. I just have a limit. But to post things for myself, that's a different. I haven't thought of that.
Yeah. Maybe start another Instagram that's not your name. That's like incog. And just I don't know.
So how did
Troll
you?
everybody.
Yeah, how did you start getting interested in PDR?
Well, I mean, there was interest early on in that first body shop I was in. We had a crazy hailstorm 2012, and some PDR guys were coming in. There was a Dent Wizard guy, and I said, hey, what's it like doing PDR? And he goes, do you like being cold and wet? I go, no.
Do you know who that
would
guy
say
was?
yes to that? Yes, I do.
Do you still know him?
No.
Oh.
He's still a Dent Wizard.
What? Do you know his name?
Yeah.
Will you say it?
I don't.
You don't want to?
I don't.
We might know.
I don't care. His name is Rob Sullivan.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's not active in the community at all.
Yeah.
So all I can say is the Connecticut Dent Wizard guys that know him, and I tell them that story, they aren't surprised. So they said, do you like being cold and wet? And I said, no. He said, don't do PDR. And okay. I listened like a dummy. So anyway, it's probably better that I did it and that I gained my body shop knowledge because I had nothing at that point. If I had switched over, it would have been nothing. It would have been a good time to go to Dent Wizard, but
Which would have been what year?
2012.
This would be 2012 around, yeah. I just mean for me, I might have been moved out of the house by then, but I was in a cheap apartment. I could have dealt with it. I could have done the Dent Wizard thing, but anyway, didn't do it. Stayed in the body shop, learned a bunch of stuff that way instead. So PDR then came back around when the shop I was working in a few years ago bought a Kiko system. There was no L2E at that point. There was only the level 2. So they bought the level 2 set and brought in training. I demanded training. I said, if you're buying it, it's useless without training. You have to get the training. So I'm not going to use it otherwise.
Was it the shop's initiative to buy it, or were you telling them to buy it?
A little both.
Okay.
A little both.
So you were aware of it
yes.
before?
Yeah. I was going, we should really get this. We should really get this. But to me, it was just like another piece of equipment, like a welder, and get the guy to demo it, just like they do every piece of equipment. Gene Fetty shows up, and basically, my boss goes and tells Gene, Gene, you got to make sure Stefan makes a video on this training. He's got a following, and I want everybody to know that we do glue pulling here. So I made the video, and then Gene helped because there were certain parts where I was doing, and Gene's like, "Give me the camera," and he's filming for me and everything. And he's like, "By the way, you should follow Danny Hacker. He does a lot of social media stuff." He's like, "I'm nobody." He's like, "Just follow Danny Hacker." And come to find out, Gene Fetty is Gene Fetty later. You're not nobody. But anyway, so we go through actually, it wasn't even a whole day of training. Most shops got a whole day of training. My boss at that shop told everybody in the area, come for the Kiko training. Gene shows up and there's like 50 people in the shop. So Gene's like, I can't handle this many people at once. So he split it into 2. So he did 2 trainings, probably got paid twice. Smart. But then I was in a training with only 5 people. And it was just the body techs. So it worked out well, but I only got a half a day. Anyway, he made a comment during it. The light is the secret sauce of PDR. That's what he said. He's like, literally, it's like you guys have probably all tried to go and push something out and got a weird high spot in the wrong spot, And so, yeah, he's like, the light is how we do it. That's how we know where our tool goes. That's how we push out the damage with PDR. He's like, if you practice enough, you could learn PDR doing this stuff. And it's like, bing. It's like, oh, a way to leave auto body. I still wanted to get out. So that's how that happened. It was all. I can thank Kiko for their excellent training. It really opened my eyes. Then it was all on me. I had a little support from friends. I became friends with Nick Priest, my co-host of my podcast, and he bought some PDR tools.
How did y'all get to be friends? Like on Facebook or something? TikTok.
Yeah, I used to go live, and he would show up and just be in the comment section. And
You would go live as a body guy?
Yeah.
Doing a body repair?
Yeah. I mean, I was so bored in the shop, so that was one of my ways of making the day more fun. So I just go live, talk out loud about what I'm doing, basically just be that crazy person in the corner talking to themselves. But when you're live, it does well. But yeah, that's how I met Nick and a bunch of other people too. But he bought some PDR tools, and I'm like, I'm going to buy some PDR tools. And I said, but I want training. So I looked up, I went on Facebook, PDR beginners. I didn't know
That was your first group? Oh, man.
How unfortunate.
Let's go.
I didn't know. I mean, and the
Yeah.
thing had you type in PDR beginning into Facebook, and
Yeah.
that one has 40,000 members.
Oh,
I'm joining
this
that
is the
one.
best one,
exactly.
clearly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, anyway, it did lead me. So I just went on there and made a post that I want to learn PDR online. How do I learn it? And it, like 8 people came in and said real world PDR, and then there were like 4 other suggestions too. So it's like, well, I'm gonna go with real world PDR. Yeah, so I brought home a junk hood from the shop, set it up in my living room.
About what year was this?
4 years ago,
Okay.
2022.
Cool.
Yeah, because Nick always talks about how he started in 2022. So that's about when
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this too.
Cool.
So yeah, I brought a junk hood home. Even made a video on it. I took a golf ball, put it in a sock, and went whap, whap.
Whoops.
The dents I made were way too big for a beginner. Way too big. I chewed the hell out of them. I still have the hood. The dents are still in it. They're still in it because I went live. Look at me. I'm doing this. I had PDR techs coming in. Whoa, those are big. You should make smaller dents. Try that first. Okay.
Where did you get the idea of a golf ball in a sock?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Somebody told me.
Yeah.
They said that so you don't make scratches, with a hammer.
Yeah.
But so I put it back in the sock and just dink, push it out. Holy crap! I fixed it.
I'm a PDR guy now.
Boom, like I got all that euphoria and everything, and I'm like, I can do this. So I just kept plugging away at that. Every single minute I had free, I was sitting at that hood and working off my 18-inch Stucky light in one tool. But it was really good. That's where I got the main practice. And but I was frustrated I couldn't get those bigger dents. I was really frustrated, and I was like, every time I tried, it just chewed them up. I need someone looking over my shoulder. So went on Instagrams, PDR near me. There's this guy with a shop, CT Dent Works, and just find a photo of him. And at that time, he pretty much had one photo of himself on there. It was him kneeling in front of an S2000. He's like, really?
I think I know the photo.
Yeah, and he's just, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to that guy. He looked kind of scary in the photo, So like I'm looking around, but I'm looking at everybody's videos and stuff, and other than Danny Espinal, like there was nobody else who seemed really legit. And now I've learned there are some other legit people. They're just not big on social media, so I didn't know they existed. But then I sent David a private message, said, would you be interested in training?
This is Dave White.
Dave White, CT Dent Works. And he goes, I'd consider it. That's what he said. I said, can I stop by the shop sometime? He goes, sure. All right. I walked in there like nervous as hell. But he's just like, so what do you want? So I explained it. I've been doing online stuff. I can't do these bigger dents. I'm chewing them up. I just need someone to look over my shoulder. So, okay, I'll let you know. And later on, I found out he called people to ask their advice, on whether to train someone or not. I think he mentioned Mike Toledo. But anyway, ended up doing it. And built a wooden stand, strapped the door to the side of it, and had me inverted for like 2 weeks, fixing dents. I got
Nice.
Obtained a shopping cart somehow. He took it to the shop and just ran
An actual shopping cart.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
To make dents.
Wow.
But hey, it's real world dents right there.
Yeah, it is.
But anyway, that was it. So that was 2 weeks, and actually those 2 weeks of training were right before my first MTE.
So was that like all day during the day? Was that late after work?
No, 8 hours a day, every day for 2 weeks. So I didn't go to work for 2 weeks. The body shop. I just went to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
They were cool with that? Or did you take vacation?
They paid for my training.
Wow.
So, yeah, they wanted an in-house PDR tech at the body shop I was at.
Don't they all?
Right, right. So they had sent 2 people to training already. And one came back, he's a body tech. He could kind of do little dings. No real interest in it, but he could kind of do it. The other guy couldn't do it at all.
Wow.
Didn't pick it up at all. Came back from Ding King, couldn't do anything. So the guy who couldn't do anything kind of just took the tools and just went, the Ding King toolkit and the light. So I went, and that's what I practiced on my hood with. That's how I got my first tools. So anyway, he wanted to send me to Ding King, and I convinced him to send me to David.
Wow.
So that's how that happened, thankfully. I mean, I had nothing against Ding King. I'm sure people leave there all the time doing good stuff, but it was in California for 2 or 3 weeks. I have a dog, nobody else at home. I said, I'm not going to California for 2 or 3 weeks. I said, this is a guy local. He's willing to do it. Okay. So they paid. And I think I got paid my paycheck too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then it was, and like I said, it was 2 weeks of training and then MTE. So I kind of had 3 weeks off. And it just went right to MTE right after the training.
Did they pay you to go to MTE also?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that was all me. That was all me.
So when you got back from training, were you able to do anything?
I fixed a dent. I consider it my first real dent I fixed on a lower door on a Ram. I mean, it was probably like that big. I took the door off. You know, I make everything perfect situation for myself. And I actually fixed it. It wasn't shallow. It took me all day, all by myself in the shop on a Saturday. But man, when I was done, I've never felt that good in my life. It's like, holy crap, I just fixed a nasty dent for an actual customer. You know, I'll never forget that dent. So yeah, I did feel pretty good after the training, but then I was quickly humbled, you know, with some harder damage, you know. But at the same time, they weren't asking for a lot of PDR work. It was all body work, you know, and then little tiny dings, you know. And so even with the little skills I had, I could make them to the point where they were happy with it. Yeah. But yeah, the bigger stuff definitely was like, oh crap. And like you were talking about, I mean, earlier before we started, those other factors that play a role into making the dent difficult that don't happen with every dent. So in my practice, they weren't an issue. Get a real car, and now it's bad access, bad body position, only one side, can't cross-check, you know, all these different factors that don't happen every time. It's like, oh, crap, this is way harder, even though it's the same dent that I was fixing under the hood, you know?
From the beginning, was this a way out of the shop?
Yeah.
Your plan the whole time was, this is my way out of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's clearly I have an interest in cars. I like working with my hands, but it's not my passion to fix dents. My passion is more that I'm working for myself and not in the body shop anymore. I own the business now. So fixing dents is great and everything. But working for myself and helping customers is what I really enjoy about what I do now. So yeah, escaping the body shop was a big part of it.
Okay, so last week or last podcast episode, it was beginner focused on training and getting started and answering all kinds of questions. And we really wanted to have you on this next episode because you basically just did that.
Yeah.
So you know, you're in that season of like making this happen. So how did you, let's start with like the planning of it. Okay. You're developing your skills at the body shop. What was your plan like to transition from shop to I'm an actual PDR guy earning my own keep with PDR?
Well, there's a little hiccup first before I get to that part.
Okay.
Because the shop that paid for my training, about 3 or 4 months after my training, fired me. Because they said they didn't have the work. I think it was BS. But who knows? So
like more of a layoff.
yeah.
Like
it was absolutely a layoff. It wasn't. I felt like I got.
There was no
fired.
cause.
No.
Yeah.
No, and I got to collect unemployment and everything. So yeah, it was a layoff.
But they just sent you to training and paid lots of money for that.
Yeah, I can't explain their decisions.
Sounds like a blessing in disguise.
Right.
Now you get to move on with a clear conscience.
That's how I looked at it.
No, yeah, I'm
That's
looking
how
at it
I
from
looked
there
at
and
it.
like,
Because I was only
Were you
there
like,
at that point.
really?
So I
You're
could,
laying me off?
right, pretty much.
I'm gonna get unemployment.
I mean, I was offended, but it was
Yeah.
it was definitely it was like, well, now I don't owe you anything, you know? So
Wow.
okay, you know. So now I'm free. I got a little bit of knowledge and I can fix little dings, you know. So I'm like, I'm gonna do PDR. Yeah, no. I had no savings whatsoever, and I did well that first month. I think I made like $4,000, which is amazing for not having any skills, not having any advertising, like
No skills, no advertising.
yeah,
no
like-
money.
Yeah,
I'd say
right.
that's amazing.
No
I
job.
think it's amazing. I almost like convinced myself
awesome.
to keep going, but whatever. I decided I needed savings, so I went back to the body shop. But here's where the planning starts.
different shop?
A different shop. I found a job.
With no ties though, no. They're not the ones who sent you to training.
Right.
This is just a job.
Right.
Yeah.
The plan was 1 year and done.
Yeah.
1 year and then go out to body work. I mean, to PDR.
And your plan was if you don't buy any tools, you're going to be rich because you buy a lot of tools, right? Was that your whole savings plan? Buy no tools for a year, then you're basically rich.
No, that wasn't it. I definitely bought a lot of tools. But that would have helped. No, the plan was to spend a year in the body shop saving, and the body shop that I got a job in was a 4-day work week, Monday through Thursday. So then I had Friday, Saturday, Sunday to do my dents. So I worked 7 days a week, and I had 2 to 3 jobs every day of every weekend. So I worked for the entire year, 7 days a week,
Wow.
and just saved everything I could.
Wow.
And then it was just about picking a date. I mean, where I am, it's cold for so many months. It doesn't make sense to start your dent repair business in the middle of winter. So I was like, springtime, I'm going. You know, it's funny because the whole PDR community didn't believe me, because most people saw me in the shop, and I'm saying, yeah, I'm going solo, but I stayed in the shop for longer, and it looked like I was not doing it. I'm like, no, you guys don't understand. I'm doing this, you know. And it's, yeah, sure, we'll see. Even Dave White was like, yeah, well, okay. No, it's like, no. It's March came around. It was a month or 2 months before March, and I said I went to the boss, or actually he came to me. He's like, "There's a rumor that you're leaving in March." I'm like, "Yep, I'm leaving." He's like, "To do PDR?" It's like, "Yep." He's like, "All right, well, we're still going to need you to do PDR after you leave." It's like, "Great,
Wow.
that's awesome," and I do. I'm there all the time, all the time. That's the other reason why I took this job. The guy's smart. He was a smart guy. So I figured when I left, he would be smart enough to not be mad about it. And I was right.
Wow.
That was a big deal for me, to finding the new body shop job. The 4-day work week was a big deal too.
Remember Phil Cuby in Australia, he kind of he did the same thing
Yeah.
where he dialed his body shop work back and was just grinding 7 days a week. Yeah.
Phil and I, we've talked a lot at MTE. I like that guy. I listened to your episode with Phil. It was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he and I have a lot of with our process and how we got into it.
Yeah.
But
so you made the jump this spring.
yeah, March I quit my job. March 1st was my first full day.
What was that first day with no job like?
Freeing.
Yeah. You felt good about it?
Yeah, I felt like I retired. I still feel like I retired.
Uh-huh.
Well, before you quit, though, I would assume you had to build up the tools. That you need to feel confident that when I quit, I can do this, and I have the skills necessary. I've got the tools. I've got all the things necessary to do this. So, I assume you started setting up your LLC or whatever.
I did that very early.
Okay. And then you started acquiring all the tools. Right.
Yep.
And then
Slow process.
did you do any additional training beyond the beginner training, or was it all just OJT, on the job learning?
Yeah, just all on the job. I mean, I did go to the Kiko 5-day training. So, I mean, that's more.
Did your boss pay for that?
No,
You paid for it.
no, Kiko paid for that.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Kiko, I like Kiko.
That's great.
Yeah, they brought five creators out for a week. So we blew up the internet with Kiko training videos for a while, which they loved. But no, so that was it. Just those trainings, and then it was all just get out there and do it. But every time, Dave would give me work, so I'd do work at Dave's, and he would give me instruction while I was there. So that's continued training in a way. It's mentorship.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
That was probably the best thing you ever did.
Go to Dave.
Was go to Dave.
I agree.
Yep.
I 100% agree. I'd be lost, without that connection. Because not only is it Dave, but Dave is in the community, so that opened me up to knowing a whole bunch of people, And so yeah, that was a really good move.
How would you compare? And this, I'm not comparing his videos. I'm comparing videos in general. Video learning compared to in-person learning.
In person, so much better. So much. I mean, I need the feedback. That's the thing. So that's where I need somebody to tell me, good or bad, you're doing this wrong. The videos are, I feel like, so say I'm 10 years down the road and I want to start training. I wouldn't take somebody in unless they've done some kind of practicing on their own, at least put a tool on a panel, looked at a light, maybe I want them to come and do that, pinpointing the high spots in the right spot immediately. Like, I already have that down before. And that's what I did for Dave. So I already did that. And he even said that he probably would have sent me to go do real world before doing training with him, just so I got some basics down. And my first day with him was, he was like, okay, put circles, put high spots in the circles. Boom, boom, done. He goes, oh, okay, all right, we'll knock them down. Done. All right, here's a dent, So then we moved right into dents, We skipped that whole, light setup, initial light setup. There's advanced light setup, sure, but I think they're both important, but I think the in-person is way more valuable. Way more valuable.
But the videos primed
Huge.
So what it does is the videos makes your time in person that much more saturated.
Yes.
As opposed to you're not spending all that time. That's how we try to do ours too with the videos. If you get the in-person training with us, the videos are part of that same price. And we try to just start with the videos. You can show up here or not. I'm not going to care, but you're paying for my time. And you can that can either be advanced time because you've already done some of this stuff, or we can do all that stuff, but you're gonna be a little less advanced if you show up without having done the videos.
Right.
But yeah, I agree. I think the videos prior will just make your time in person that much more less. I don't know.
More effective.
More effective.
Yeah.
So when you go to Marine Corps boot camp, if you get there, you have to pass like an initial physical fitness test. And if you don't pass it, they're not going to send you home. They're going to send you into basically it was called a physical conditioning platoon. And all you do is work out so that you can pass that initial test so that you can start training. So if you show up like nothing, it's like, oh, well, now you're going to have to stay in this training that isn't even really training yet before you can actually start training. So if you go to boot camp in shape and you can pass the test, you immediately go into training. So it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Get the basics down before doing the real training. Makes sense to me.
So you're March. So March, April, May, you're in your 4th month.
Yeah.
Okay, so what has been the best parts about making that change? Let's start there. Let's start with the positives.
Just being in control of my time. And I know that's a joke that entrepreneurs make. It's just, yeah, I quit my 40-hour job so I could choose when to do my 120-hour, self-employment. But it doesn't feel like work as much when it's for you. So I feel like my time is freed up to be able to choose what's important to me. And obviously, my company is important to me, so I put a lot of time into that. So that's a big positive. I hate to say it, but money. I'm making way more money than I ever did in a body shop already, like way more. And there are more expenses involved with this. I'm paying my own health insurance now. I'm paying for business insurance, all sorts of things, I wasn't paying for before. But that's obviously a huge benefit. I always felt like my auto body career never compensated me to the point where I should have.
But even after those expenses, you're still making more?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been able to save up more than I ever have in my life. So that, and then energy. That's the other big thing. I have energy because in this 40-hour body shop job, I gave it everything. I get home, I didn't want to do yard work. I didn't want to do laundry. I didn't want to do anything. And I'm the only one in my house. If I don't do it, nobody's doing it. And somebody's got to do it. So, man, since I started PDR, I've had time and energy to work on my yard, on my house, on my stuff. My house is clean. It's amazing. I just feel better about doing these things.
Uh-huh.
So those are the big benefits
Yeah.
I've had.
Those are huge.
They're huge. I'm living an entirely different lifestyle. Entirely.
Great.
That's great, man.
When we did the last podcast, we talked about the 3 hurdles was learning the craft, learning how to be a self-starter on your own. No one's going to hold you accountable for showing up late or not. Mm-hmm. And then also starting your own business. Mm-hmm. So aside from the PDR part of it, can you speak about the other 2? Like working for yourself, even though it's freeing, there's no one scheduling your car tomorrow. There's no one making sure that you show up on time. I mean, it's all on you. Mm-hmm. There's no accountability other than yourself with that. And then running the business. What is your...
So when it comes to work ethics, I never had an issue with that. So showing up on time, that kind of thing, I am a huge proponent. I'm always on time. Like, I don't think I've been late once to one.
Y'all were late to this today, just so you know. Y'all were supposed to be here too.
Who said we were supposed to be here at 2?
I didn't tell you that, but that was.
Okay.
I thought you knew that was.
I'm supposed to read your mind.
Yeah.
So I don't feel so the being on time and everything. Where I have to push myself with running the business is in the admin work. So it's tough for me to sit down and do the bookkeeping.
Seriously. Just that mindless computer work, it's soul killing.
Yeah. So I mean, I gotta commit to that. But
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, with the amount of energy I have, I'm able to put some into that, even if it's to motivate myself to do the hard work. I have the energy to do so. But
And it's to build
hard.
your own business.
But it's
so
hard.
it's totally
Right.
worth it.
Right. The motivation's there.
Yeah.
For sure. But it's hard. It's hard because it could be that I was just talking to customers from doing repairs all morning, got home talking to customers for hours, and now I have to do admin work, and it's like 7 p.m., but I got to get it done today. Got to do it. There's no way around it. Do I regret it? No. I mean, it's for me. So it feels good,
I was telling my wife, she didn't stay at her house last night. She had to stay at her family's house. There's some family issues going on where she went to stay down there to support them. But we were talking about, did I get caught up on estimates last night? And I was falling asleep doing estimates. So it was 11:45 and I was trying to do estimates. And I was booking people accidentally, like on my schedule. They didn't know. It was just on mobile tech. I was scheduling people, like, because I was dozing off, just holding them down. So she got up this morning. She's like, "Who scheduled these people?" I'm like, "Nobody." She's like, "Someone scheduled them at 11:45 last night." And I was like, "It was 11:45. I'm in bed doing estimates, falling asleep." That's the life of an owner. Like I was here till, this week's been an early week. I'll be getting out here about 6 o'clock at night, 5:36.
That's early for you?
Especially on a training week.
But normally?
So I take it back. Last night I went to my men's Bible study at that
was Wednesday.
That was Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday. Anyhow, it's been a long week, as you can see.
But like your normal week, what time do you usually get out of here?
When it's training, we stay late.
Normal.
When it's normal, I really try to be out of here by 5, but I'm not like, super adamant on that. So let's just say 6.
On average?
Yeah. 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
But it depends on the demand of the workload at the time.
Right.
We might stay late or.
Sure. That's just average. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No.
It's doable.
But then we get home and then
Matt likes to work.
I mean,
a lot.
I get it. I like to work too. It's just like I said. Now I'm putting some of my work into my house.
Yeah.
But
And you're
working.
you're building something.
Yeah.
You're building a business.
Right.
You're building it's totally different. I agree with you. It's good.
Yep.
Okay. So those are the positive things. So what are the harder things that you've encountered? Like what is hard about this maybe that you were expecting or even you weren't expecting?
I didn't expect to have so much problems with customers. I am a people person. I'm not a people person. I'm an introvert, but I can deal with people. I've been in sales before. I actually worked at Radio Shack when I was 18. And I got to really work on my people skills that way in my sales. We were in commission at Radio Shack, so I learned some sales, and I'm still using that today to sell dents. But customers can be rude. They can have zero regard for your time. some things just blow my mind on I had one person, big dent in the bumper, so I'm like, I can make it a lot better.
Plastic
Push it out.
bumper?
Yeah. So I can make it a lot better. I'll come out and push it out, Okay, great. Scheduled it for the following week. It's an hour away from me. So I drove, got there. They got reminder texts. They got a text from me in the morning. I send something that has my GPS location on my way to them, so they can see exactly when I'm arriving. They love that. I get comments on that all the time. And I get there. Car's in the driveway. It's like a newer Acura. It's white. Yard's a shithole. Beer cans everywhere. Just trash. House is falling apart. Nice car in the driveway. No dent in the bumper. They fixed it. Decided not to tell me.
Oh.
I drove an hour.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a big money-making job. It was a bumper job. It took
Right.
10 minutes. So I can't charge too much for that. But, yeah, I knocked on that door.
Yeah.
Did they answer?
No. Good thing.
No way. They didn't even answer the door.
It's a good thing they didn't.
How many texts did you send? Like, were they just that day? Or did you send them
There's
earlier?
a reminder the day
Yeah,
before.
day before.
And then the morning of, when I'm on my way.
Oh my goodness.
And then I just sent them something afterwards that basically said, listen, you've been blacklisted. I am never going to do work for you ever. Like, that's it. And actually, I don't know if you guys follow my business page, but I put out a public post that said the same. I have a policy that says, like, if you do that, I'm not doing this. And I said it in a way, I use ChatGPT to write things like that, so it looks good. It's professional, it's polite, but it sets the standard, respect my time so I can respect yours, But yeah, it's a good thing you didn't answer the door. I was pissed. And it takes a lot for me to get confrontational. A lot.
Uh-huh.
So I was mad. So that's been my biggest thing. Wholesale is a pain in the butt. I mean, these dealership guys, they just don't care. I got a few small lots, and a couple of them are good, but I mean, some of them, they just have these big smash cars. They want you to fix everything for next to nothing, and every price they gotta knock it down and everything. I'm not into that at all. So I can't wait to drop that account. But I'll deal with it for now. So that's not so fun. I don't like wholesale. I like retail, and I know there are guys that'll disagree with me on that. Everybody's got their thing, but. I prefer to help customers. I get the customers the satisfaction of a job well done. I get thank you from them, rather than a dealership. I gotta pay you now. It's like, yes, you're welcome. So yeah, that's not fun. So that takes a mental toll on you. And people are rude to you and just waste your time and stuff like that. I don't think there's anything else that really surprised me negatively.
So are you still trying to fill up part of your days with wholesale, or are you trying to get to all retail?
I'm actually trying to add wholesale because I'm all retail and it gets cold where I am. So I wouldn't mind having some wholesale work that could continue into the winter when the regular customers aren't calling me. So it's that I'm trying to diversify.
Is that just a normal thing with everyone in a snowy climate where retail just shuts off in the winter? Is that like that with Dave's shop?
Generally.
Yeah.
Generally. I mean, I stayed busy-ish over the winter. I mean,
So it just gets slower.
It gets slower. I think more so for Dave than me because I'm mobile, so I can kind of capture more, and I have a bigger target area, whereas he's smaller. But he's also got more of a reputation than I do, so his phone rings more than mine does. But yeah, it pretty much just dies off for all of us in the winter. Not enough so that I can like leave the state for the winter. They're still getting calls and stuff, but it dies off.
So how are you? This is one of the things people always ask is like, how do you get business? So how are you trying to get wholesale business? Well, let's just start there. Like, what are you doing to get wholesale business?
To get wholesale?
Yeah.
I work on my website and social media. That's how I've gotten the good
For
work.
wholesale?
Yes. It blows
And you've
my
gotten
mind.
accounts that way?
Yes.
Like what has happened? They've said, hey, I saw your social media. You come do my dents?
So I have a potential dealer. They're not my account right now, but I've got my foot in the door. I've been in there 3 times to fix dents. So I'm hoping that they kind of say Ixnay to Dent Wizard and bring me in. How they found me was through word of mouth from a wrap company who I did no work for. And that wrap company had checked out my social medias.
Okay.
So my reputation to the wrap company was to social medias and my website. And they got a call because their dent guy couldn't do something or whatever. And can you know a dent guy? Yeah, I know a dent guy. And sent me over there and I fixed it. So I didn't call them. I didn't cold call them. Kind of loosely, it was my social media.
Organic, word of mouth,
Right.
visibility.
Was that for the used car department, or was that what department in the dealership was that for?
The first one was it's a new car. It was a new car. Brand new Porsche 911. Yeah.
So sales department.
Yeah. And then it was service
Okay.
because I'm fixing the dent on that one and service manager walks by and goes, there's another dent guy. He's like, oh, can you fix roofs? And I got one with an antenna ripped off. Yes, I can do that. He's like, oh, my guy won't do that. I'll be here tomorrow, or whatever it was. So then I did a service department. Then I got a call from sales again, but I think it was a on-track car. I don't know. They don't tell me. I just fix it.
So you're just on call with them.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not walking the lots right now. They haven't asked me to do that.
I would start immediately.
Yeah.
They're already using you. You're already in their system. You show up and walk that lot, they're giving you work.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%. Because they want you, they obviously want you to keep coming.
So I wasn't sure of that until the third call, honestly. I mean, because I had 2 different departments first. So I didn't know if really they were happy enough with my work. But the third call, I was like, okay, they're calling me back. So I mean, if you think I can, I'll do it. I just kind of needed somebody to tell me to start walking a lot.
I'm walking that lot, bro.
I mean, some of us just do it, just get told, don't walk the lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, walk it until they tell you not to.
I would act like you're their dent guy.
Yeah.
You're their dent guy now.
Yeah.
In my mind, this is my account. Yeah, there is another dent guy. We're kind of sharing the account, but like, I'm walking that lot.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. I'll pick a day.
And from what it sounds like, there's going to be some work. This episode is sponsored by Black Plague PDR Tools. Black Plague dent and crease tabs are some of the most high-performing tabs on the planet. They are always part of our daily toolkit. They hook up and deliver superior results. Also, if you want to repair stretched oil can dents, check out the SB4 Shrinky Box. I have been using this thing for about a year now, and it is an essential part of my toolkit to help me fix stretched damage. It comes with everything you need in one box, and it's super easy to use. Get all things Black Plague PDR at deadrattabs.com, or better yet, come see Keith in his booth at Mobile Tech Expo this year in January in Orlando. Support innovation, support Black Plague PDR Tools. Still wrangling spreadsheets and scribbling estimates by hand? Say no more. Mobile Tech RX gives you everything in one slick app. Estimates, job tracking, QuickBooks integration, and more. It's built to help recon pros work smarter, ditch the admin grind, and get paid faster. Start your 5-day free trial at mobiletechrx.com.
This episode is brought to you by PDR Expo, the premier event dedicated entirely to the paintless dent repair industry. Happening September 25th and 26th, 2026, at the Rio in Las Vegas. This is where techs, tool companies, and the industry leaders come together for 2 full days of education, networking, live competition, and hands-on access to the latest tools and innovations. Whether you are a seasoned pro or just getting started, PDR Expo is built to help you sharpen your skills and grow your business. Don't miss the dent trials, beginner competitions, and the chance to connect with the best in the trade. Learn more and grab your tickets at pdrexpo.com.
I hope so. You know, like I'm trying to like. I don't want to piss off a lot of people in my market, but there is the point where I need to look out for me.
Who is? Yeah. Are you friends with that guy?
No. There's another shop right there.
That's just the game, though. Like, I don't think that's not playing the game wrong. Like, if you had the account, Dan Wizard would come in and walk the lot. The other company would come in and walk the lot.
Yeah.
So, like,
100%.
Just do that, and then if they give you like, let the chips fall where they are, and then if you start getting heat or the dealership's telling you, hey man, stay off my lot, we use Dan Wizard, then okay, no problem.
No, I would definitely listen to that.
But just
they're not.
But just kind of put your foot in your own door there, and just do it.
They let you in.
Yeah,
your foot's in that door, bro.
Yeah. I'll do it. You know, I kind of just wanted the advice from somebody to tell me to just start walking it. You know, I didn't want to go too far. You know,
I would, even if they say, "Oh man, we're not ready to give you that," you know, this work, be like, "Cool, man. All right, I'll see you next week." Show up again the next week, write the whole lot up again, and be like, and if they keep, I'm telling you, they're already trust you. They're gonna start giving you work.
Yeah.
The only reasons in my opinion, you wouldn't do that is if you valued the relationship with the other dent guy to a degree that you didn't want to step on his toes.
I don't know him,
so then
no problem.
So then what? There's
no loyalty.
Yeah. If it was Dave,
right?
Then don't walk the lot. And if it's this other guy that you're trying to build this network with, then you might want to not do that, because as soon as you do, you're kind of severing that relationship. The guy's going to.
It's already done.
So then that's okay. You don't have to have relationships with everybody.
You can't.
You can't.
Right.
If you're gonna do wholesale, you have to take work from somebody else.
Right.
Yeah, and they will do that to you. That's just the game. You can do it. You can take the high ground and have a moral way that you do it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which is fair to do. Like, don't drop the prices or don't like badmouth somebody. Whatever.
Don't talk trash.
Right.
Act like
you can choose the high ground,
right?
But you're allowed to be competitive. Like, that's just what the game is.
I know it's not. I appreciate so getting into this industry. Everyone's been so nice and supportive, and I made friends with dent guys in my area, and there's like some of them that I'm no longer friends with for whatever reason, and one of them just thinks I'm going after his accounts at all times, and he happens to be right across from that dealer, and it's like, dude, I'm not going after your accounts. They called me. I'm starting to feel the dent guy drama in my area, and I'm realizing that there's just no escaping it. I wanted to not be in it.
You can't escape it, and you have to kind of choose who you want to have drama with. Like, you know.
Yeah, I didn't want it with him, but whatever.
He wanted it with you.
Apparently.
Okay. But I mean
that's his.
That's all businesses.
Yeah, right. I understand.
But I don't just when I started, bro, we're friends with almost every dent guy in the area.
Yeah.
So when I started, I had to be like, out of the 100 dealerships, there's like not that many that I can go into because we're friends with all these guys.
Yeah.
But the ones I could go in, I didn't know those guys.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to.
Right.
Because then I can't have any accounts.
Right.
But I'm not, I have too many friends, but I didn't the main guy that I took accounts from, I did it the right way. And I would say I'm decent friends with him.
Okay.
And we basically, I just pushed myself in there, shared the account with him, never did anything to undermine him at all, only spoke well of him.
Yeah.
And then eventually he just was like tired of, for whatever reason, and had family circumstances, and he just kind of stopped doing the accounts. But there's no bad blood there. He was not happy at first.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, hey man, listen, I'm trying to put food on the table just like you are.
Right.
But I've also had a management change. Matt gave me a pretty good account. He had some personnel changes. He gave me this account. It was a good account for a while. It got better. Management change. That guy, that manager immediately starts pushing me out because he wants his old company that he, ends up being one of our friends' companies. But so my friend's company pushed me out of that account. But what could I do?
Right.
That manager wanted to push me out.
Right.
There was nothing I could have done.
Right.
So it was, am I going to be mad at the other guy? He didn't, like, what was he going to do? If he doesn't do it, I'm still getting pushed out of there because I'm not lowering my prices. I'm not going to fold over for this guy. And so it's like, okay, this is just going to kind of happening. Like, I'm not going to be mad at anybody. It's just kind of part of it. Because if he's pushing me out, I'm gone. And if my friend doesn't do it, somebody else is going to do it. So might as well be him.
Yeah.
And
hard feelings.
Most anyone who's been doing wholesale for a while knows that it's just a matter of time.
Okay.
Like, your favorite best dealership you have today, it's just a matter of time before another Dent guy is doing it. Generally, maybe there's some anomalies around, that guy's been doing it for 20 years, but generally management changes or ownership changes or whatever it is.
Yes.
Like, out of the 100 dealerships or more in Jacksonville, at one point I've done all of them, and I don't anymore.
Okay.
It's just like musical chairs.
Yep.
And you just kind of follow the management or whatever, the relationship, the opportunity, whatever it is. And now I'm here, and like, my wife had a hard time with that when she first got involved heavily with the business because, she'd get emotionally tied to this dealership or this whatever. And then it would change hands and she'd get all tore up about it. I'm like, babe, like, you got to hold it loosely because that door closed. But guess what? Another door will open, and then that dealership will be our favorite one.
Right.
And that's just how it is. And I've had multiple favorite dealerships and multiple favorite managers. And at some point they all fade off and get replaced with somebody else. So when you're in it, for an amount of time, you kind of just expect that evolution of it.
Okay.
Makes sense. Hopefully you don't get too bitter or tore up about it and want to slash the other Dent guy's tires. Like,
don't be that. You can't help it if someone gets mad at you.
Right.
But you just act professional. Don't ever repay any kind of evil.
Right.
So that you just act professional.
Right.
And those relationships that you have at that dealership, that's what I would focus on.
Yeah.
Those guys that trust you. You're their guy now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, if I'm in your situation and I don't have like a packed schedule, I'm in there every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe multiple times, because why not?
I'll do it.
If that's like a prize that you want.
Yeah, it is. That is. I've been trying to get a dealership, so.
And I don't know, it doesn't have to be a huge dealership, but like, dude, servicing a Porsche dealership, that's pretty cool, bro.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it's a Porsche Audi, but it's not
Never
huge.
mind, I don't want that dealership.
I'm good with Audis. It is what it is. But yeah, it's That is exactly what I want. I mean, there's no knowing, if they're going to be easy to work with or not or whatever. But like I said, my goal is to not have all my eggs in one basket, one retail basket.
Well, retail is totally spread out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So think about this. You're already making more than you were.
Right.
Right? It's only going to go up from here. You really don't have anything to lose,
No.
Like go to that dealership, get that dealership, treat those relationships right.
Yep.
If you lose it, you're still got your retail. That's only going to keep building.
Right.
As you build a reputation, reviews, all that stuff. It's only going to go up. So,
Yep.
yeah, don't keep. What I tell people is get strategic relationships in your market. Mm-hmm. A Dave White, who is a mentor, who can give you advice, who you're not going to cross.
Right.
But you can't be friends with everybody. So you just be strategic with the people you're going to be ultra loyal to.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get, like you're saying, you get work from him.
Right.
You're going to get more from those relationships. Mm-hmm. And then the other people, be professional. You could be friends with them, but that's going to be up to them if they still want to be friends with you, even though you're competing for the same work.
It's a good separation to have. Can't be friends with everybody.
And you also have to understand that doing wholesale, there's a responsibility, like owning a dog. Like you don't like. It's a commitment that gets you the long-term reputation, right? So you don't just say, I decide I want a dog. You have to think, like, do I really want this thing? This is a long-term commitment.
True.
So like with wholesale, like you don't just say, I want to go get a dealership. You have to think, am I ready to commit every Wednesday to this thing for the next year, 2 years, perpetually? So when it's snowing, am I going to come here or whatever? I don't know what you guys do up there.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, it snows.
or when it's
Just drive a lot.
because they're going to count on you being there every
Right.
Wednesday. And then let's just say Dave White's got a hail car at his shop, and you just said, yeah, I'm just not going to go today. And then you go to Dave White's, you're doing a hail car or whatever, and they call you, hey, where you at? And a customer car showed up. You're supposed to be here every Wednesday. Oh, frick. I didn't. Like there are ways you can, deal with that or reschedule or let them know or whatever. But
it's a commitment.
But it is a commitment, and you have to be there, and you have to account for that. If you're going to go out of town, you have to kind of plan for that and let them know. And again, there's ways you can still do those things and be fluid with a little bit with your schedule, but they still plan on you being there every Wednesday or every Tuesday or every Friday.
And saying yes to a dealership means you're saying no to the other opportunities that you could take if you didn't have
During
that.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That'll come into play when you're busy.
Sure.
And you'll be like, man, is it, do I want a bunch of dealerships?
No.
Yeah.
No, I only want a few, if any. But it's but then what I'm saying now is not set in stone. Every day I could reevaluate what I want for the business.
I think it's good. I think it would be good, at least for you to explore that.
Yeah.
For one, it'll totally change your skill set in a good way. Mm-hmm. It'll make you faster.
A lot of reps.
Yeah.
You got to get this dealer, bro.
Yeah.
I mean that is it'll just diversify your skill set in a way that retail it isn't really possible of doing.
Okay.
It'll give you a little bit more resilience.
Okay.
It'll harden you, the elements. And when we talk about eating lunch on a tailgate of your car every day, or whether or not you're working in the rain or the snow, or you don't have, or the money, whatever it is, it'll build some character or some resilience in you that I think is very valuable.
Okay.
Even if you don't want to do it forever, do it for a season, and then you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see the benefits from it.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Are they on social media, that dealership? Do they know
they're
that
not.
you have a presence?
Not yet, but I'm gonna lean on that pretty soon.
So they don't do anything?
No.
Yeah.
I was talking to some
That's
of them.
tough then.
Yeah,
Because they don't.
They might not.
They
care.
don't care.
But they have a new GM, so maybe he does. You know, if
he's smart, he will.
He's on my side. He's the reason I'm to keep going in there. So
The GM is?
the new GM. Yeah, he likes me. So that's I like I said. Foot in
Every
the
time
door.
you go in there, you should be saying hey to him.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
At least walk by. He's usually busy,
Yeah.
but I walk by his office, give him a good wave, you know, whatever. But yeah, no, it's I am gonna. Man, that's something I'll lean into because the social media thing, at least for me, is huge. And if they find a benefit in it, that makes me even more valuable. So yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, I'm you know, just getting what I can. I also want to get into motorcycle tanks, you know, to try and fill up my winter. So maybe I get so many motorcycle tanks I could say goodbye to all of wholesale. You know, that'd be great. But I absolutely will do it because I have been told by other people the reps from wholesale is just invaluable. Same thing with hail work, but I just don't want to go chase hail.
Yeah, but it's different reps, like hail and wholesale.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Like don't see them as equal. They can be equal in reps, but they're totally different skill sets.
Yeah.
That I think you should do all of it, but don't, you know, just know there is a specific skill set that you get with doing wholesale that I think everyone should have at least an understanding of.
Okay.
You know, you have to get these plastic black plugs that you're going to put into these holes that you are going to make in the vehicle. Are you aware of this? Have you developed that skill set yet?
So I'm looking into custom plugs that have another guy's Dent company on it. Written on top.
Like molded in it.
Yeah, like the Z-Bar ones, and they say it on there. You can get one that says CT Dent Works.
That's great. That's great.
Dave was here.
Yeah.
If you saw the photo he sent me earlier today, it's a hole saw. Like this big.
Wow. Yeah. But man, even if you get like one good franchise dealer, that can, you know, if that's a day,
That's what I want.
one full day can change your, you know, life.
If I can put one dealer in for one day a week, every week, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that.
You got to also know that they pay differently too. Like it's not going to be like you're doing retail, you're getting paid before you leave.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And when you go to dealership, I mean, it's going to be 60, 90, 120 days out.
I'm already dealing with that.
And then they're going to pay you, you know, you got $10,000 worth of invoices. They're going to pay you 2,000 of it. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Like we'll have
so frustrating sometimes.
We'll have 2 months worth of invoices and they'll pick and choose
some random ones to
random cars or an invoice to pay on instead of paying the whole statement that we send. They just like, oh, we're just going to pay that. Here's a little bit. It's like a pawn shop or something. You know, they're just keeping us, you know, there. And, you know, but once you kind of get in that routine and you're not dependent upon that income, then it's not that big a deal. It's just whatever.
Right.
So, but you have to be able to get through that though, and just know that money might not show up for a while.
Have you ever worked at a dealership for a dealership?
Like in-house?
No.
Complete shit shows.
No,
Yeah.
I know. That's why I haven't.
Yeah, they're complete shit shows.
I've been asked. They've tried to hire me to do that, and I'm like, they're not going to pay me what I need.
Right.
My value.
I mean, I keep that in mind when I go into them, you know, and I taught, just because you talked about it with one person, that person's not going to know, you know, they're all on their own separate paths and everything. So you just got to have that in your mind. It's a shit show. If you know that going in, it's a lot easier to deal with these people. They're dealing with the shit show just as much as you are.
I think for some dent guys, it makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna just blanket statement and just like say that every situation is bad, because I think there's situations. Maybe it's your health, maybe it's your age, maybe it's like, your energy level. You just like, I know the guys who are older that are on the tail end of their PDR career, and it's very easy and convenient for them to go to a in-house dealership and do minimal. Like, they work in-house at a body shop, so they can really pick and choose what they want to fix. Whatever they don't want to fix, they just send it to the body shop, and they just cherry pick. They clock in, take an hour lunch. They work in an AC shop. Again, I can see what I want to do.
I could see one if I get older. The appeal of that, of clock in, clock out, go home, no phone calls, I can see the appeal.
Yeah,
but that's not where I'm at now. But
it's not what I want to do. But I'm not trying to just condemn it across the board and say it's a bad gig. It depends on your situation. It might be a great gig.
Right.
I mean, I know there's maybe techs that are listening to us now that are in-house techs, maybe at a CarMax or big dealer group or whatever. I've trained in-house techs, and so like, I think it's unfair to just blanket it as bad. There's lots of situations like you can get free training at it. You can start out there and get free training. I know lots of guys who've started as in-house. The dealership pays for them, like
me,
and they front all the money. The dealerships have paid me to train their guys, and they get free training. They ride that wave for a little bit until it decides they don't want to be on that wave anymore. And then they jump and they go do their thing. As they use that as like the safety net, right? They're getting paid. They get the training paid. They can sit there. They have work. The last guy I trained at in-house, he was the only guy, and he had it was a dealer group, so he had hundreds of cars that he could potentially do. And so it's just endless amounts of you have people who go look for hoods to train on,
right?
Go buy them from junkyards. Here you have this guy's got paid for the training. He has a job to show up. He's getting a salary or whatever. He has endless cars to practice on until he gets to the point, which he will in his journey, especially if you're young, that it doesn't fit anymore. And I outgrown this thing and I want to go do this next phase of my career.
it's all about the individual.
It's all about the individual.
Yeah, absolutely. I
And
agree with that.
yeah, I also have I do have like negative opinions about in-house that are tied with that. I mean, it's not all just good. There's lots of negatives about it, but I'm just saying there can be some really good things with it.
For sure. I always said that's why I stuck as an employee. I mean, I always wanted to be a business owner before I knew PDR. So getting into body work, I said, I'm going to own a body shop someday. Till I learned everything about body shops, and I went, nah, I'm happy being the guy clocking in, clocking out at 5, not worrying about anything else. That's a tough business. I mean, all businesses are tough, but that's a tough business. So I can relate. I can see how it could be nice for PDR too. Just feed me jobs, give me a paycheck,
Do you, in trying to get more wholesale work, are you cold calling any dealers?
No. I hate cold calling. I really do.
Yeah.
And so besides this one dealer that I'm trying to get, I've got 2 small dirt lots that called me based off my website. Or maybe my Google ads helped with it. But that's how I got my jobs. I hate cold calling. And the only place I ever cold called let me do Dent Works and was the worst account. It was horrible. It was horrible. I had to show up without my tools and demand to get paid and stand there for a half hour with the owner of the dealership with him yelling at me, and he brought his finance lady who said, I swear I sent you that check. It's like, great. If you want dents fixed, you got to pay me now. It was like, but whatever. This was 3 months later. You said 90 days, 60, 90 days. That was my limit. I was like, no, that's it. But, you know, it's the way they reacted when I asked to get paid. That's what wasn't good. But anyway, they weren't a great account. So that's what I got by cold calling, was a crappy account. And then I just sit on my butt and take phone calls, and I get 2 or 3 nice ones. So to that effect, I think all my effort I put into my website and my social medias really helped me. I think it did.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be fine, whatever you do.
Oh yeah.
But I do think that there is a skill that you not even a skill, but like a callousness to develop by cold calling. Because it is so hard.
Yeah.
And it sucks so bad that forcing yourself to do that and get told no, and then the ability to be like, I know they're going to tell me no, but I'm still going to go in here. It's scary. I don't know anybody. I'm still going to do it. And like just forcing yourself to do that thing, I think is so beneficial because it's so scary, to where once you're on the other side of it and you're like, man, I can do that. Like, that's not that big of a deal. Like, I didn't die. Nobody punched me. Like, it was fine. It was just scary. And it's like, okay, now I know if worse comes to worse, I can go into enough places to where I'll get some work. And it does suck, but that's almost like,
I hear you.
yeah.
I hear you.
I would encourage you to do like, just set a baseline or something for like 2 a year.
2 cold calls?
A year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even
whatever,
if you don't need
whatever
it, just to go in there and be told no.
Not for the gain of getting the dealership. If you get the dealership, great.
Just for the love of the game.
Just for the experience of cold calling.
So I've done it. I have. So I guess I didn't really explain it. I have. When I got let go,
Yeah.
I toured the state.
Yeah.
I cold call at least 50 places.
Yep.
So I got some reps in there. It was
Yes.
all in one week, you know, but whatever, I got some reps in. And then since quitting my job, I have maybe 2 or 3 dropped into some places, got my no, moved on. So I've done some of it, but I should do it more. I should get to the point where I don't hate it.
I do it. And here's remember when we were talking about the garage door? It's so freeing when you don't have to do that. Like when you don't, like the fact that I don't want the dealership necessarily, I'm just doing it for the experience of the cold call.
Okay.
That takes the pressure off. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like I'm doing it just to stay,
In the game.
just keep those skills honed.
Okay.
And it helps you explain your pitch or like why they should use you. Your sales, your cold call, like you have to be able to articulate, hey, my name is Matt, I'm with All Paintless Dent Removal, blah, blah, blah. So, and then you can go through that thing. And then if you get the dealership, great. Like, oh my gosh, I really didn't expect to get it, you know?
Right.
But if you don't get it, then it's like, okay, I didn't really care. I just did it for the experience of cold calling. I want to stay relevant with my skill and know how to do it and not be so out of touch with it because I've been sitting in my retail shop for the last 5 years to go do it. Because you never know how your business is going to change. I might need that. COVID happened, like everything changed, you know? And so like you might need to fall back on that at some point and be able to do that. And you never know what is on the other side of that opportunity that you know, I would say, you know, it gets you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And best case, you get the dealership. Worst case, then you just kind of got some reps in cold calling.
Yeah. No,
So,
that's good
I don't do
advice.
it a lot because I'm not really out trying to get wholesale.
Right.
I will do it if there's like a deal. And I'm very selective with what I like. I'm not just going in any dealership. I don't want any dealership. I only want select dealerships that I value and value me. And so I will occasionally just, let me go in here. And I'll do it without the expectation I'm going to get the dealership. And it just takes the pressure off. And your approach can be a little bit more genuine.
And you got to have the mindset of, I might not want this dealership going in here.
Right.
Like I might go in here, talk to this guy and be like, I don't think this is a good fit.
Right.
Right. So it's not like, oh, I'm going to.
But you don't know until you go in and talk to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I get it.
I've never done that.
You basically just said that.
It'd be fun to do. Like,
Said you didn't want it.
cold call, then once you get in there, like, yeah, on the second thought, like, just flip it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like reverse psychology.
What'd you say you wanted to pay? Nah, man, I don't think
I don't think this is a good fit for us. I'm going to have to check with a few other dealerships down the road before I commit to you.
Well, this is not that exact situation, but I had a dealership that at the beginning, all the dealers I was doing, there was another Dent guy there.
Okay.
They were just giving me work.
Yeah.
And that's all you need.
Yeah.
But the other guy came in and said he wanted to do a flat rate. Every car gets billed, no non-customary charges, and it was a good deal. Mm-hmm. And they were, and I was doing stuff he wasn't doing. I was way better than that guy. That'll help you get your foot in the door. But so they're like, hey, this guy, this is what he's doing. We want to move towards this model. So we love that you're coming. And we want you to just do the same thing. Like bill every car at this price. Are you willing to do that? And I was like, man, that is a good, I would do that deal, but I can't do that deal with another guy. So I was like, if you want to do that with him and you've already agreed to it, that's cool. Like I'll just bow out because this won't be a good situation for two guys. Because if I come in here, bill all the easy ones, let him come in 2 days later, and there's only the hard ones.
Right.
Like it just isn't going to work.
No.
And so I was like, yeah, so I'm fine with just, if you ever want to make a change from him and let me do all that, I'd be willing to, but I think, I'll just let him do that. And the guy was kind of like, what I felt like he was like that. Like what just happened?
Rope-a-doped him.
Yeah. And that was one where I was driving to Stark. I think it was Stark. So it was like an hour, 45-minute drive.
Okay.
So I was just like,
yeah, don't really.
I walked out of there like,
yeah,
I don't have to go here anymore. Like it was a win-win. Either I got everything and it'd be worth it, or I don't have to come here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have wholesalers or rock lots call us now. Like I get a lot of rock lots that will call and say, "Hey,
we call them rock lots, Stefan. You called it a dirt lot.
Yeah.
That's what y'all call them up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they'll call me and I'll find out, yeah, we're probably not a good fit for you. And I'll say it.
Yes. That feels good.
And it feels so good. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being
Right.
honest. Like, you need
This
to
ain't gonna
call
work,
you need to
yeah.
call Dent Repair Jax.
He even does garage
He
doors.
does garage doors.
He'll do anything. Real cheap.
Crawl in your walls.
And it feels really good when you have to go to a dealership that you don't want to. Like, I'll go in there to buy parts, and I'll park my van out front, got my shirt, and you walk through, and they think you're there to solicit them, but I have no interest in your dealership, and I don't mean that like a douchebag. I just mean like,
Yeah.
I'm just here to get parts.
Yeah.
Because salesmen are all like, I don't care about the used car manager. I'm not here to walk your lot. I'm just here to get parts. So that's what I'm saying is like that it takes this kind of edge off. Like normally we feel like we're the pursuer, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that can feel weird in a way. And it feels good to be on the other side of that where it's not that I don't care, but I just have a different, in game here. Like it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. And, yeah.
But you really need to strategically figure out, do you actually want to do wholesale? Because with your social media and the more retail you do, the more reviews you get.
Yeah.
That thing just builds. And so I'm willing to bet, just like we're saying, if you say yes to something, you're saying no to other things.
Yeah.
So if you do 2 days of wholesale, that's 2 days of multiple customers per day that are not leaving you a review.
Yep.
every single week.
Yeah.
If you get wholesale, you are not pursuing retail those days,
Right.
and you're losing that battle. So there's you have to say no to something, and so you know.
But the difference is that every retail job is another interaction. Like it's one more interaction. It's a whole nother step. It's from the estimate
The
to
administrative
the phone
part.
call, like to the transaction. Whereas like a wholesale, some of that only happens once,
Right.
and then you just show up and work.
Right.
Right. So it's less work.
Yeah.
I call it like when you I think I've said this on this, is like the equivalent of going to a dealership is like getting your food from a grocery store. It's already there. It's very convenient. You show up and get it on the ride home and go home and cook it, as opposed to, hunting an animal. You have to process the meat. You gotta
Go find
the animal. There's so many more steps.
Gotta have a better rifle.
So like it's just different source, and there's way more steps involved in hunting an animal than going to a grocery store. But the meat's cleaner. You're self-sustained. And I'm not dependent upon a truck getting the meat to the grocery store and the grocery store open. Like there's pros and cons, major ones. And I'm saying it's good to know the skill of both, right? As far as those two animals.
I understand. Yeah. No, I have every intention of at least getting into wholesale and trying it out at least.
Yeah.
And and if you don't like it,
Right.
you can always.
And like I said last
do it
winter,
anymore.
I think I was busier than most Dent guys last winter. So if I see that again this winter, maybe I have less need for wholesale in the future. To get the experience for now is good.
Yeah.
But if I'm busy enough in the winter where I was like, well, I don't really need this wholesale to begin with, I can maybe start phasing that out, and focus on the retail. That's where I want to do. It's just I feel like it's out of necessity that I'm going for wholesale now.
Yeah. I think a year from now, you're going to be as busy as you want to be.
Yeah. Oh, I hope so.
I feel like for me, a year into it, I was as busy as I wanted to be, and it hasn't slowed down.
Yeah.
And I think it just takes for the retail presence to kick in.
Yeah.
It takes that time, whatever that time is.
You got to make your name word of mouth.
Yeah.
No, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. And that's why I focus so much on doing a good job every time. I focus on being professional, on time, friendly.
All those, yes.
It's and get me the good Google reviews and everybody they all say, I'm going to tell everybody about you. It's like, calm down. If someone tells you about a dent, then tell them about me. Don't just go tell everybody. So those people don't care. But it's nice to hear that they want to share your info, that they're happy with it. It's enough to create that word of mouth. And I'm determined. Not only am I determined, I'm confident that I'm on the right path, and it's only going to grow. So it's
for sure.
Yeah, and it's going to be a lot of hard work, and I'm not going to love every minute of it, but it's I'm definitely enjoying so far.
So one thing I will say, just this whole wholesale versus retail thing, when you we all know retail, you could price retail jobs way higher. But I will say, if hail not included, we're not talking about hail, just we're talking about wholesale versus retail, my top 10 days of billing, I would say 8 out of 10 are wholesale.
Yeah.
Because if you get at a dealer, if you get,
Are you including rentals or dealership?
Talking about dealers, bro, because you get, you walk the lot and you get 3 or 4 non-customary $200 or $300, bro, that you go so fast that money adds up so fast.
And you didn't have to drive.
Rentals
from job to
is
job.
even better because you stack up 200, 200, 300, 400, 400, 600. You can make. So I'm just saying, in my experience, even though I am heavy retail and my prices are good, still stacking up wholesale is, what did I say? 7 out of 10
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it is I'm making more on the wholesale day where I'm stacked up with work.
But you got to be fast. You got to be efficient.
And you're grinding.
You got to grind.
My best days of my career are all retail days. Like a retail day is so nice. A nice drive,
Yeah.
fix a car, take your time, do a really good job, meet the person, whatever,
that.
go to the next one. I mean, bro, that's good life.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite
I love that. I really do.
Some of my favorite days were retail days, like where it's like 9 at night and the parking lot lights are on. I'm still out there working and the sun's gone
You
down.
said retail?
No, wholesale. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Wholesale. I meant wholesale.
You said favorite or you said worst?
Some favorite.
Describe this situation again, because
Well,
I thought you were talking about nightmare. What was it again?
No, where it's like you just got this big list of cars and like
Yeah.
you worked all day.
Yeah.
And now it's getting dark.
Yes.
And the sun's gone down. And you're
Yeah.
out at the dealership and it's nighttime and the lights are on. And
You
you're back
just
there.
worked the whole dealership into the ground and everybody's
Yeah.
leaving and you're still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're worried about like, I don't get locked in the back here. I need to put the keys away and get out of here before
Yeah.
those are
That's
those are
gratifying.
fun days. Like sorry if I like
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah. I got locked out of the dealership. I didn't get locked in because this one dealer doesn't have a lock in situation, but everyone left. They closed at 7. I thought every dealer stays open till like 8, but this one closes at 7. And I found out when I was trying to leave at 7:45 that there was no one there, and I still had all my keys. So I've just found the service
I was just gonna
key
say,
drop.
Yeah, just
and just
drop
put
them
them
all
on.
in there. One
Put
at a
used
time.
cars on there. Hope for the best.
And you can get out.
Yeah. Thankfully.
It's good memories, man.
It is. It's good. So you did mention that you are you're running Google Ads
Yes.
to help with your retail.
That's
Yeah.
probably my biggest draw for customers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hired somebody to do my Google Ads for me because that's tough stuff. And it brings me a lot of work.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier, and I was saying, I forget exactly. I don't want to say what you're spending on Google Ads, but I was like, I would double it basically. If I was not busy and you want to be busy, I would just crank that ad spend up at least for a month and just see what happens.
Yeah. I'll try.
What would you say, Matt?
I haven't changed my ad spend in a long time.
You just now realized that you were spending all this money, huh?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm saying
But you're
I don't.
you're not looking for work.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not.
you just
I'm,
have it on cruise control.
It's just on cruise. I'm not playing with that. I'm not
Right.
watching it that close. It's just kind of set, and I leave it there because, we have plenty, and I don't like. That's just. I'm not trying to get more work, but I also don't
Yeah.
want to mess with it because it's good.
Right.
So we have more than we can handle. So I don't mess with it.
But if you were slow, would you crank it?
Yeah, if it was slow, I'd crank it. I'd go to the nearest mall and put up a sign that says dent removal.
To the nearest
Done here.
mall.
I'd go
I would crank my ads before I do any of these crazy things
Do
he's
them
about to
all.
talk about.
Do them
You're
all.
gonna go sit at a car wash too, and
you gotta do what you gotta do to get the
I agree.
get the things coming in.
I'm
Then-
doing all that stuff too. But before I do any of that, the easiest lever to pull is crank your ads. To me,
Yeah, I get that, but you don't. The other things build character. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking. Like it does. I mean,
I'm trying to help him build his bank account.
I understand that. I understand that, but it doesn't. Like, there's other things that are valuable besides a bank account, and the character.
True.
The character building is big. I think.
So
Like,
go to the mall and crank your ads. That's what you're saying.
what I'm saying is, you do what it takes to make money. Whatever that is, that's what it does.
Do you have a sign that when your techs aren't busy, they go to the street and they flip it?
No, because we're busy.
Okay.
But if it needed that, then I would.
All right. Would you do it?
Sure.
All right.
If it called that 100%.
Okay. Would you flip sign for 1 hour a day? Would you rather flip sign on the street for 1 hour a day, or 1 hour a day every day? That's, let's call that 20 days a month. So 20 hours, or pay $1,000 for more ads.
If
And you would get,
if I was
and it would make you as busy as you want.
if I was allowed to wear like a costume,
Okay.
I was just gonna say, is there a costume?
if I got to wear a like a monkey suit or something, and I got to go flip ads, then I would definitely choose that.
You would wear the monkey suit. And it's hot though.
Well, I mean, you can get the AC little fans blowing on there.
So that would be, so the $1,000 would be, if you were going to flip sign 20 hours a week, that would be $50 an hour if you're comparing it to the $1,000 on the ad spend. So what would you do?
I do what builds the most character.
No, you would not. Because if you're flipping sign, you're not fixing dents, bro.
Listen, all I'm saying is
And you're smarter
we're
instead of a
we're
better
talking
character.
about if I'm starting out. That was the context. So the context of my points that I would say is that if I'm starting out, then I do what I
You
takes
do everything.
to start out.
Right.
And I would not have like I'm too good to do that. I would go do
That's
whatever
not what
I
I'm
have to
saying.
do to go make money. And then
You're mischaracterizing me.
so like rock lots. Like I would do rock lots if I needed them to start out.
Dude, talk about building some character.
But the
Yeah.
but the plan would be replace this rock lot with a better lot,
Yeah.
right? And to graduate through those things.
So
and
you're
to
saying
build.
you're too good for rock lots.
Right now I am, yes. But if whatever happened,
But I'm not.
and I was,
is what it is. Yeah.
You're not too good. You're just
Right.
too busy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not too good. Dude, rock lots you can make good money out of rock lot.
I got one good one.
Yeah.
One or two.
Bro.
Yeah. I mean, initially it was a pain in the butt to get in there, but after I showed them what I can do, at that point you didn't even want to talk prices anymore. It's just come in.
It's all about the individual.
just fix them
that you're dealing
I like
with.
you.
And if you can stack bigger dents for more money than just a standard rate, one of the best accounts in this town no longer exists, but it was the biggest rock lot you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And there was more money made at that lot, I think, than any other dealership in this town.
they gave you everything you wrote up. They gave you the prices that you asked for, but we all hated it.
Yeah. Every car inside had been doused with the smell, like a greasy
Oh,
scent
the slime
thing,
Yeah.
to make it smell good.
Oh,
You know what is the immediate tell for me if I want to account or not? Is if there's random cats around and they're feeding the
There's a
random
lot
cats.
of cats at this place.
If there's random cats that they feed at this dealership, I don't even want it. I don't want the dealership.
well, that's a thing I didn't know existed.
Dude, when you walk up and you see cats in bowls, I'm like, freaking A. Get back in my truck.
Out of here.
I didn't know that was a
I
thing.
don't want this.
There should be a cat
Trash.
fee, a cat toggle, a cat fee on Mobile Tech RX that you could toggle on and off for,
For however many cats there are.
dude, it's a 10 cat upcharge.
When I first rented this space,
Oh no, there was cats.
no, they
Oh.
told me they said no pets. Although there's a dog daycare literally
In the same
business
complex?
park. They're like, no pets. And I'm like, but there's dogs right there. They're like, yeah, but we don't want you keeping food here because we don't want to draw
Rats.
rodents.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I get it. He said at this place they have the right lockers and things.
And they're paying way more for rent.
And I'm like, okay, got it. I get it. No dogs. I don't. I'll bring my dog here occasionally, but like, he's too bad around customers anyhow, so I don't bring him. But so like, okay, no dogs. And then I go to the dumpster, and they're people are feeding the freaking cats out here, and they're putting plywood over the food bowls, and I'm like, I'm gonna rage.
They made a house.
I'm gonna rage and just throw.
Bro,
all
but the
cat food.
cats kill rodents. So I don't think it's fair for you to be so upset with the cats.
I just hate cats.
But they kill rats.
I get it.
Would you rather have cats or rats?
I don't like cats, and I don't like the ideas of cats.
Do you hate rats more than you dislike cats? I do.
I don't know. You're rage baiting me now. And
You- Would you rather see a cat or would you rather see a rat every once in a while?
Neither. You're asking
You
me
have to
hypothetical.
choose.
Well,
I am
don't.
asking you a hypothetical. Go on the record.
I don't
would
know.
it be you would rather see a rat than a cat? That's unacceptable, Matt.
No, but let me just say, like,
Let's hear it.
I've seen a rat could get in my shop where a cat can't. So just
That's
because
what I'm saying.
just because there's a cat here doesn't mean he's going to get all the rats. Because the cat can't get in my shop, but a rat can get in a tiny hole and still do it.
So then if there was a cat, it ain't coming in here, but a rat could. So I would say be pro cat.
I'm not pro. Nothing would ever make me pro cat.
Not even rats.
No.
I think you're crazy. Stefan, break this.
I'm not
Come on,
getting into this
weigh
one.
in here.
No. Listen, my first interaction with Matt was not the greatest.
Really?
What was this? I don't remember.
You don't remember?
What was it?
Oh no! Here we go.
Rivian.
He brought up a cat. He has a cat.
Has nothing to do.
He's
I
a
do have
cat
a
guy.
cat.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I
you
love
shouldn't
cats.
have told him that.
It's okay. I'm not. I don't
You have a
hold-
cat and
Listen,
a dog?
Yeah, and 2 turtles and fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
I have
the
a zoo.
cat doing because you're here?
Cats are good on their own.
Huh?
Put out extra
So they're
food, extra
independent
water. Yeah.
animals?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, cats are easy.
I don't hold it against you. Everyone's.
Anyway, no.
Everyone's got their vices.
After it's funny you sent me the article you did, because I thought you remembered our first interaction. It was the Rivian video. It's going viral, this and that, everywhere, and in some random body shop group, in some random thread with hundreds of comments, one person commented something. So I don't understand how it could be $42,000 and blah blah blah. And I wrote in, it's a fake number. And you came in, with all due respect, it's not. And it was this long thing that was like, oh shit, I pissed off Matt. I mean, we had never interacted before, so I'm like, no. So, yeah. And I came back, I'm like, listen, Matt, like, I believe you were told that number. Like, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the person who told you that number, which the article you sent me was kind of led into that. I mean, the only basis I had on that is I had worked at a Rivian shop, and I knew what a quarter panel replacement cost at that shop, and it was about 22. So to me, the 42 was somebody wrote too high. Somebody wrote something that they shouldn't have. So I blatantly called it a fake number, even though it wasn't fake, but it
was
reality.
an actual. It was probably an actual estimate, but you're just saying
Right.
it was
inaccurate.
too high.
Yes, it was not written to the fairly, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Inflated.
That was an.
Correct.
So you're saying that was an unfair estimate,
Yes.
not a fake.
Right.
To be
so it's the
be
wrong
clear.
word. It was
Yeah.
the wrong word that I chose.
Well, thanks for coming clean on that.
No problem.
Still doesn't clear up the cat situation, but it's fine.
You're crazy, dude. we need to have
Go
some
back,
people
listen.
comment on this.
James, just go back to Rivian.
Oh, that was it.
No.
He wanted you to tell him how great his repair skills were. That's what
No.
he said. That's what he's asking for.
Not at all. Not at all.
No, that was it. That was it.
You
But
know-
I will say they brought up that video every Rivian training I went to.
Wow.
Yeah. They talked about that video. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know him. It's like,
So when you don't know something's going to go viral till it does.
oh, right.
Right. Like, so like when I made that, I was just making a video for my Instagram. You have no idea like what kind of fact checking you may have to do or do not to back up, to, knuckle down on what you wrote. So what I was going off of was exactly what the customer told me. Right. He didn't show up here with an estimate that was printed out on, CCC that I scrolled through.
Yeah.
He called me. He told me the story. He was mad redneck, mad as fire at the insurance company, mad as fire at Rivian, mad about the car he bought. He was just ready to burn the place down.
Yeah.
And he called me, and then he did screenshot me the text thread
Oh, yeah.
for the adjuster who said, we're probably just going to total it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
so based off of what he told me of the number,
Yeah.
and then what the screenshot from the guy saying we're probably just going to total it,
Yeah.
it wasn't a far stretch for me to believe the 42,000 because the car's not going to total at a low number. So it was like, okay, 42,000. What he told me. So when I make it, I'm just saying, hey, this guy was quoted $42,000,
Which is true.
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And so when I make it, then when on the video, then you have all the trolls come out, not you,
I know,
but
I understand.
everyone comes
No,
out.
he wasn't. He was one of the trolls.
And everyone's like, blah, 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 I should have just painted it. You didn't paint it. And it was just like, and so at first I came out like, all right, let's freaking fight about this. But then afterwards you're like, this is just,
It's useless.
I embraced it because it was my algorithm was like,
Right.
it kept going viral. And I'm like, oh,
Right.
let's feed the monster. Let's rage bait them a little bit and kind of do it.
Sure.
So that at one point I cared, and the other point I didn't care. Even now I'm reading the article that was reposted today, and all the people are the same trolls showed right back up, and all the same comments, and I just snickered and laughed. I'm like,
Did you comment again on it, Stefan?
I'll go and do that.
Listen, I've spoken to the guy.
So whether or not, I can't speak on the 100% validity of the $42,000 thing.
Yeah.
It was.
I believe they wrote it. And I believe the insurance company would have totaled it off of that. So the insurance company works off of what the body shop asked for. So if the body shop says it takes this much to fix it, even though the insurance company paid less at another shop, it doesn't matter. This is the shop. That's what they want. They have their say. They might cut things here and there. But if the body shop can prove, hey, I got this paperwork from Rivian that says the whole unit side's got to be changed, and that's blah, 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 and this and this and this, and it adds up to 42. Yeah, that's real because the body shop made it real. So, and I'm blaming the body shop for the number.
Yeah.
Is what my original. I just never got that deep into it.
What annoyed me about the comments was when people thought I was clickbaiting them.
Yeah.
Like that I made up this number.
Yeah.
Just to get the clicks.
Right.
It's like, no, I didn't. Like
I
it's
get that.
legit. Like I'm telling you what he told me. I haven't traced it all the way back to get my final proof. But like I'm not just creating clickbait. It was an accurate portrayal of the evidence that I was given. So
People get mad at any dollar amount.
yeah.
There was some viral TikTok audio that said, you want to make the internet mad? Post your work and post what it costs. And
That's
I did.
true.
And they come in right in. Why you charge what? Doesn't matter what you do, how much you charge.
Yes.
Post it, they will get mad.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Wow.
What was the nature of them showing the videos at the training? Just serious curiosity.
Showing
I haven't
videos.
spoke.
The
You
Rivian.
said every time.
Oh, they didn't show your video. Your video just came up.
Okay.
So they would talk about paintless dent repair, and it's, maybe you guys saw that Rivian's getting the paintless dent repair, all over the place on the videos, And I'm like, did you see the green truck with the dent in the quarter. Although they're all green, they all got a dent in the quarter. But and they're like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know that guy. But it just was offhand comment. That's all. They like to point out that paintless dent repair is an approved method. It's part of the training.
Is an approved method?
And that's as far as they go into it. One line, paintless dent repair is an approved method. That's it. I mean, for body shop training, so they're not going to hit on it because they know we're not doing paintless dent repair. But they have to list it in there that it's approved. But yeah, that is pretty much the extent of it. But they'd always have us introduce ourselves too. Stefan, I do PDR, and body work. And so, you gonna fix those Rivian quarters? And no, not for a while. But yeah, it would.
Hopefully, I won't ever. That's my perspective.
I did a tailgate on one, little dent, but it was below the emblems. So a bumper comes off, tailgate comes off. 8 hours of R&Ing for like an hour of dent repair. PPF on the tailgate, no glue pulling. So, yeah, that was not fun.
I just quoted one last night and when I was falling asleep, and I'm going through the estimates, and I saw Rivian R1T, and I'm like, at some point you're like, oh my gosh, another one? Because I know what's involved in doing them. And as rewarding as they are, they're also like exhausting.
Yeah.
And so I saw one come in, and I'm like, gosh, man, here we go. And I clicked it in my photos, and it's that big in the same spot.
Yeah.
In the back quarter panel.
Oh no.
And I'm like, I still think I got to drop the bumper. Like on the S's, you don't because there's a hole.
Right.
But I'm like, so I gave him 2 quotes. One is for the dent, and one is for the bumper R&I. Like I kind of broke it up. So he didn't see this shock of like, what, for that small dent? It's like,
you got to take the bumper.
But I'm like, I still got to do the bumper. And the bumpers suck. The bumpers suck. The last Rivian I had here, there was the guy who owned it was an anesthesiologist who is a handyman. And he pulled the bumper off, disassembled the tailgate. He showed up, and we gave him a quote, and then he went home and he took it all apart.
No way.
And he tried pushing on it himself.
Oh.
And then he called back and said, I want you to fix it. So my quote, the dent looked one way and it had a bumper on it. And then when he said, let's do it. And so, but I said, so you already pulled the bumper off? He's like, yep. And I'm like, so you're going to put it back on? He's like, yeah, it's at home. I was like, so drive me the car with the bumper off, and I'll do it for X. And I was so excited I had to put that bumper on. Those bumpers are not.
Yeah, they suck.
They suck.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
They really suck.
They really suck. And I can get through the PDR, but I start. You will bleed putting the bumpers on and off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll get pinched underneath there. And I was like, man, that's a win if I don't have to take that bumper off. And so I fixed his dent, fixed his tailgate, parked it right out front. And I was like, just let me tell you, putting that bumper on is not fun.
You shouldn't have, why would you even bring that up?
What?
Why would you even bring that up? Let that man take that thing away before he asked you to put that thing back on.
He was a good guy. He was just unconsciously unskilled. And, and he thought he could do, so I was just like, bro, just
hopefully
just be careful putting that bumper on, man. You got to do it this way. Underneath it, they have to go on like this.
Oh, I wouldn't even have mentioned it.
And it's...
Then you got to get it calibrated.
That's...
Woof. See? Now you're opening that can of worms.
It's not me.
I ain't trying to get near that thing.
Not me.
You took it off. It's speaking of which, I actually see a bunch of guys in the PDR world. They're taking the bumpers off and they're not unplugging them. They're just setting it on something and then putting it back up. That still needs calibration. You moved the camera. That's why we calibrate it. So people thinking they're unplugging it. It's like, no, this isn't a code you're setting. This is, you move the camera.
Well, in some of those, the camera's not in that part. The camera's in a different panel.
Okay.
Like
what
on
about
the
sensors?
On the Rivian, the camera is in the tailgate.
When we set out to make the first simple, effective tube glue system, we knew we had to make an amazing hail glue. It sets quick, holds really strong, and lets go when you need it to. And let me just say, our hail glue absolutely rips through hail damage. Another goal for our hail glue, it had to deliver effective, reliable pulls for route techs out there making it happen in the streets during the cold months. Part of our tube glue system, whatever the weather, Thin Slayer has you covered. This glue was only made possible by our relationship with Anson. You can find the glue on their website, as well as some of the other leading tool companies' websites.
It's not in the bumper.
So what on the bumper needs recalibration? I thought
It's
it was
just
the
sensors. No, there's just
radar
sensors.
sensors. Oh, so that's a bigger. So it's still getting moved. Technically, they should still be recalibrated because they've been physically moved and moved back on. So they might be in a slightly different spot. That's why I thought the calibrations were required.
So if you move a sensor, you're by the book, you're supposed to recalibrate the system.
Right, and the way they write it is that if you remove it, so.
But does removing usually involve unplugging? Like, are they understanding removing as unplugging? Because
Correct.
Because if you're like let's just say let's not talk about bumper. Let's talk about a tail light.
Okay.
If we take out a tail light but we don't unplug it and we put it back, how does the car know that it did anything other than move in this position?
Well, it's not about whether it moved. It's not about the car knowing. It's the fact that the physical sensor might be a millimeter this way now because you put it in a slightly different spot. So now that millimeter translates to a lot of the direction of where it reads. Mm-hmm. So it's not about unplugging. The car has no idea whether you unplugged it or not.
Well, they do. They'll have a timestamp on them if it's unplugged.
If you, but what I mean is that the calibration doesn't matter if it's unplugged or not. It's the fact that it's physically moved. That's how I was trained. That's why we do these calibrations, not because it was unplugged, but because it was moved. And when you're replacing something, you're going to unplug it.
Are you saying moved in that the orientation it's in is it's calibrated with the rest of the car? And that when you unplug it, or not unplug it, when you unbolt it and put it back, that even though it's back, it might not be in the same orientation with the rest of the other sensors?
Or what it's trying to read. Yeah. So it's when we calibrate these sensors, we put targets out far.
Yeah.
And we make sure that it can read that target. So if we physically move it a little bit, it might be pointed to the wrong spot. So then calibrating it puts the target in the right spot and gets the radar to go, oh, this is where I am. So yeah, in relation to the vehicle.
In relation to the other
the vehicle, yeah. So I guess it is. I mean, I don't know the exact programming of them.
That would be the only concept I could think of, because other than that, it's just moving in space, which is what it does driving down the road. The difference is driving down the road, it's oriented with the other
with the vehicle
sensors.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So it can know, I mean, we're picking up where the location of other cars are. So if the car thinks the sensor is in one spot, but it's actually in another spot, and that picks up a car, the car is going to think that a car is somewhere it's not.
Yeah.
You know, it's in your blind spot, but it's not. Or it's not in your blind spot, but it is. You move over, you hit them. So, I mean, and we're talking, you know, really liability here. When you take that bumper off, put it back on, chances are it's fine. But for your liability, you get it done so that you know there's not an issue. Because if there is an issue, they can come back and sue you. So it all comes back to liability on the calibration stuff. So are you fine letting it go without getting calibrated? Probably. You know, but it's better to have it done.
I have another question. I hope you can help me answer, or I doubt you will, but let's explore it.
Wow.
So like,
what good setup.
So like, we know on like the Rivians, I've done them where the water shields are mandatory one-time use replacement. because they can affect airbag timing as per in the notes. Okay. So the water shield can affect the airbag timing. If it's not a new one with new seals sealed correctly, then the airbags won't deploy correctly. And therefore, people could, I assume, die inadvertently. Some of the one-time use parts on Toyotas or Hondas would be the same association, right? Like some of the door panel trims, or let's just say belt moldings.
When we set out to create our own collision glue, we had 2 goals in mind. Our number 1 priority, make the absolute best collision glue on the planet. Dent Slayer collision glue holds stronger and longer and has everything you need to deliver world-class results on smashed panels. Our second priority, this glue had to absolutely rip for route techs in warm climates. And believe me, it does. It delivers reliable, strong pulls in the heat and keeps you very efficient out there on the streets. Part of our 2-glue system, whatever the weather, Dent Slayer has you covered. This 2-glue system was only made possible through our relationship with Anson. You can find it on their website, as well as the other major leading PDR tool companies' websites.
We also know that Honda belt moldings are notorious for disintegrating in the environment within the first 5 years of being on the road. They just fall apart, right? You've seen them just fall apart. You go to, it's just black all over your window guard, black all over your hand.
Yeah.
Because they just disintegrate. So my question is, wouldn't there be some really bad liability on the vehicle manufacturer to make a car so finicky that if a customer decides to take a door panel off because they want to install neon lights, a speaker, reroute their camera wiring, whatever, and they pull off a water shield thinking this is just a plastic thing with some black rubber on it, but they do that, and you're telling me that someone can die now because your car is made so finicky, or because the belt moldings are one-time use, and if you disturb it with a window wedge, that people can die, but yet we know in a few years those things are going to disintegrate and be just open slots for water with no. So you're telling me you build a car, like, that's almost inexcusable.
I agree.
Like that you would build a car so.
That's the problem.
That's a problem that I think, like, if you're holding me liable for it as a repair shop, I can understand it. But like, what about you? You need to lessen that finickiness of a car that's built.
Who's saying this?
The procedures
For Rivian, or for who?
No, for a lot of cars.
For the Rivian, the water shields, which is the plastic barrier inside a door panel.
Right.
So I believe it's not on all Rivians, it's on certain models, because I've seen some that have hard plastic. When I say hard plastic, like this thick.
Yeah.
Plastic water shields. And then I've seen some that have just a thin,
Like normal?
Yeah, like bag
Yeah.
material that's just a water shield. So I know some models have that and some don't. So what about the model that doesn't have that? Does that not have the airbag effect? Like what? I don't know these answers.
Explain
These
yourself,
are things that
Stefan. You're part of that.
to know.
So it all comes down to the airbag sensors. The sensors that are in those doors that you speak of work off of air pressure.
Yep.
So the door gets hit. There's a spike in air pressure inside the door. It goes in the sensor. That's how the airbag knows to go off. Amongst other things, there's like 3 or 4 or 5 steps that need to happen in order for an airbag to go off. So when I believe there is liability on the manufacturers for putting in such a stupid system. I mean, you shouldn't put something in that's so easy to disturb. You shouldn't. That shouldn't exist. I mean, what was wrong with the G sensors? You know, I mean, what I don't know is what the benefit of these air pressure sensors are. Are they that much better, you know, than the G sensors we used to have or something, the G-force sensors?
So let me elaborate. So my understanding with some of that is like, so an airbag, your windows are up on your car, and the airbag goes off. So there's X amount of cabin pressure inside your car with the windows up. So when the airbag goes off, it's forcing new air into the car that wasn't there through an airbag. Right? That's what's happening. It's blowing a bunch of new air into the car.
Yeah.
That air can't go in. It'd be like having a jar full of air and you're trying to blow up a balloon inside the jar full of air, but there's no air that can move out of the jar. You know what I'm saying? So it's not making room for new air.
Well, cars aren't sealed.
They are sealed if they're that tolerant. So that's what I was told, was that these cars are so sealed. So like when the airbags deploy and the windows drop that 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
They do it on convertibles.
Right.
If you see a convertible and you open a convertible, the windows drop.
Yeah.
Or go up.
Yeah.
And on a lot of these cars, the windows drop instantly to allow that pressure to go out so that airbag can come in.
I can see that helping the airbag, but I mean, we have quarter vents in cars, so the car itself is not sealed. So it's
But if they're making it where it can float down a river, then it's sealed.
the Rivian is different. I don't know anything about the specifics.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So they're making this car. That's why the water shields are in it.
Yeah.
Is so that it is that sealed, because it has a 36
Yeah,
inch.
they can go really, really.
Because it's sealed. So that's what I'm.
So then, so that's a whole different issue than the airbag thing. So I mean, what I mean is the airbag sensors, because the sensors are just concerned about the pressure in the door. You know, not in the whole
car.
Not in
because
the car.
it has those.
It's just the door.
Yeah.
So if you can see them, they're very specific. When you take the door panel off and you see that round thing that has the seal around it.
It's yellow.
Yep, that's the sensor. And if you see that, you know that door works off of air pressure, the air pressure inside the door. When it comes to the belt moldings that are disintegrating, I mean, that's where I was like, if you're going to have things like that, then you shouldn't have air pressure sensors. I think it should be something else. But I don't know anything about what you're talking about with the airs coming down and the airbags. That's new knowledge to me. But that's so that the bags themselves can inflate on time.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's another part of the process to make it happen. When it comes to those door sensors, I mean, in general, I mean, I don't believe once you put a window wedge in that it really affects it that much. I think they're covering their liability, saying that they need to write it. You put a window wedge in, you need to replace this so that when somebody dies, they're not liable, And I think that's how they're doing it. But why are they putting these kinds of sensors on the cars?
So then the question is, what is a scapegoat for liability, and what is actual information? That, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is true, or what is just them passing the buck?
I don't know.
That's the thing.
So I do believe that it's true that you will affect the airbag timing by, like, you go into that door, you take one of the stickers off an open hole, leave that hole open. Yeah, you're affecting the airbag timing. Probably not to a measurable amount that anyone would really notice or investigate. But with the timing of airbags, you know how fast. You've been in an accident?
No, not where airbags have been deployed.
Oh. So, I mean,
it's very
pretty
fast.
much the most violent thing in your life. I mean, I've twice myself. And I mean, it's 1 second you're driving, the next second you're just, there are bags around you. So the timing is specific so that when you're headed towards the steering wheel, it goes off in just the right amount of time so that it's inflated before you hit it. If it's delayed a little bit, your head is right here, it explodes into your face, which could kill you. So that little bit of timing
Woof.
could kill you, could kill somebody. So there's real liability issues here. I believe it's real. I'm fully into it. I just don't understand why they put us in this situation. I don't understand that at all. We didn't always have, when I started in this trade, we didn't have air pressure sensors. That wasn't a thing. Why do we have them now? So I can't answer. I can't answer.
Yeah. I didn't.
Like you said.
I didn't expect you to,
Yeah.
but it's just a good conversation.
I've had people. No, yeah, absolutely. I've had people blatantly tell me they call BS on the airbag timing getting affected by a wedge or something. And no, it's not BS. It's real. But it's just I don't believe it should exist. I don't believe that should be allowed for an airbag system.
People are drilling hole. Dent guys will drill a hole in a car to get access, but at the same time, so do like I can take you right now to a place that will literally, if you want a sunroof installed, they will cut the metal out of your roof and install the new sunroof in your car and cut all the bracing out. And the dealerships are having it done.
That sounds crazy.
It's crazy, but they do it. It's right there on St. John's Bluff. Like they just cut the bracing. I've been there to fix what they mess up. Cut the brace, cut the roof skin out, put an aftermarket sunroof, redo the headliner, glue whatever they have to glue to make it fit. And I'm like,
I hate sunroofs.
and these are dealerships.
I can't imagine
putting
having
these in aftermarket.
Aftermarket sunroof.
They're doing it. The dealership's paying this company to do these things, right? And we say we can't drill holes in a car because like I'm not trying to justify drilling a hole in a car. I'm just saying like you have all these companies up north who cavity wax everything, pop holes in every panel and spray cavity wax in, and there's no thought of, someone wants a spoiler, they just drill right through the deck lid and bolt a spoiler on, or like I feel like when we get faced with a lot of things to overcome in PDR, and they just keep piling up when the rest of the world just keeps doing whatever they want to freaking do, and they keep
Not the body shops. So I think it's because of what's happening to the body shops that it's spilling over into PDR, because we're kind of doing the same work, sort of, kind of. We're fixing car bodies. But the body shops, when I started, nothing was procedures. Nothing was liability. It was cut it where you easily, you're cutting that quarter off, pick the spot where it's the easiest to sand. Like that's how we did work. Then John Eagle case happened. The body shop in Texas got sued for the glued-on Honda Fit roof skin. And these people that were in that car were in an accident. They got burned. They're still alive. They live with a 10 out of 10 pain scale every day. So they sued John Eagle and the technician who did the work and won. So the whole body shop industry changed to procedures, liability. You have to follow the rules. You can't do this, can't do that. And I think that's spilling over into PDR because of the John Eagle case.
So I hear all that.
One case.
I hear all that. And then I got pictures, and it's on my Instagram, I think, maybe, but there's a Mini Cooper that I did here that came to my shop, and I quoted it for dent removal. Just kind of a quick estimate, scheduled it in. I got it in here, and I had it here for a training. I scheduled it to overlap my advanced training, and I had a body guy in here
Goes away.
who was doing the training.
Yeah.
And as soon as we pulled the taillight out, you could see daylight all through the wheel arch where it was not glued on or improperly glued on.
Yeah.
Just daylight. I could see, looked like they took snips and cut the metal just fully exposed. I could see all the welds that were bare, not even coated or treated, with a welding wire still on it where they just,
Yeah.
And I'm like, and this was a certified BMW shop
Yep.
that did this.
What?
Because I asked them where they had it done.
No.
Because they owned the car when they had it done.
No.
And they had it done at a certified BMW shop here in Jacksonville.
No. There's only
So
one.
deduce all you want. And I looked in that quarter panel, and I'm like, all the rage baiters that want to talk about my Rivian being a bad repair because of they should have, blah, blah, blah. And then you have body guys do this absolute garbage with the most liability, not even for safety, but for like a lasting repair. This thing's going to rust in Florida with exposed, burnt, welded, untreated welds, right? And open wheel liners where you can see daylight where water is going to just throw into the thing. Like, and you want to tell me that I can't drill a hole in a car because you know what I'm
want to
saying?
tell me?
And I'm looking at this, and it was, and the guy who I was training, he's like, Matt, this isn't. I was shocked. My jaw was on the floor. He's like, oh, this is common. This happens all the time. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. No, I've worked at plenty shop. This is just shops spit out work just like this.
There are a lot of
So you were telling me that all these regulations and all these certified repair center shops that have all these stipulations to keep their certification, but this is the common thing. But Matt's got to play by all these rules, or he's like, it's so stupid. I play by the rules, but I see the unfairness of it. Like and people want to say PDR is not it's a subpar repair. You need to take it to a body shop and get that garbage done to your car.
Right.
Like once I showed the client, I took all the videos and showed him. I said, bro, I don't know what to tell you about this, but I would sell this car immediately. This car is not safely secure. This panel is not safely secured to your inner structure, which means if you get hit here, who knows what is going to happen? It's not going to happen like it did in the safety testing. It's probably going to fail because it's not secured right. So it's unsafe now. That's just bottom line. And if these welds start rusting, so this body shop just did this car completely unsafe. And here's all the documentation. And it just blows my mind. But yet we can't stick a wedge down a door because we're going to affect airbag timing, but body shops do this bullcrap all day long. I can't drill a hole in a thing to access a small dent and plug it.
You drill holes? Wow, Matt finally admitted
You see what I'm
it.
saying? It's like when I see it as a dent guy, it's absurd. It's double standard for sure.
It's definitely it's depressing, and that's part of the reason why I knew I had to get out of auto bodies, because I saw a lot of that, not as much where I worked, definitely not in my bay, but it's hard to work for somebody that would allow that kind of work to leave in the bay next to you, you know.
Yeah.
So like that's the kind of shit I dealt with, and you lose your mind and pull out hair, and like I don't understand, like, but they get it, they get away with it.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can get away with whatever you want to do too. You're just opening yourself
Until
up
it
to
catches
liability.
you. Until it catches you.
Right.
For the liability.
And it's the same with them. It's the liability, you know. But I mean, yeah, cash jobs. If they can't trace it back, they'll do whatever they want, you know. So it's ugly. It's ugly out there. It's horrible industry, auto body. Horrible. It's only getting
And then
worse.
you buy the scan tools to do the scans properly, and the manufacturer locks you out of the ability to do that
Yep.
scan on that thing.
That's a whole nother.
And so it's like, oh, so I'm trying to do it properly, but you won't allow me access to do this unless I pay X or do whatever hurdle you want me to jump to.
We need right to repair laws.
It's a little absurd. I would love for someone to come, get my experience on it from my perspective, because I think that there's a whole nother subculture that these people have no idea about. Like they think they know, and then there's the real world that's just doesn't happen.
It's tough to educate people, the public, on this stuff, because how often do they use people like us or like body shops maybe once in their life? You know, they're not used to it. They don't understand. They don't know. They haven't been through it. So it's tough. And then we sound all crazy trying to preach to them, this equality and everything. I don't know. It's just a dent. I want it fixed.
Well, it just helps you reinforce your belief that PDR is the purest form of repair possible.
Right.
If you can, it meets the requirements. It's not structural. It's not structurally damaged or altered, and the paint's not broken, then you should probably look at PDR as the first thing. And that's just, the times are changing. When the go-to used to be body shops, but with all this new stuff that's happening, it's like maybe the first go-to should be PDR, because it is the purest form of repair possible. Undeniable. That's what Bryce likes to say. It's undeniable.
Yeah.
When you see a GT4 that was sideswiped on a track,
right,
and the whole side was blasted, and Bryce goes in there and recorrects everything, and he's not worried about, did they weld on my quarter or put the right seam sealer? Or can I see, like, it looks good on the outside.
Right.
What we're doing is preserving all of that stuff.
Right.
Right? Preserving the factory finish, preserving the OEM part, preserving all the OEM things that we can preserve, and not covering damage, but actually repairing damage. That's like, so it just reinforces, like, man, keep doing what you're doing, keep preaching what we preach, which is the superiority of PDR.
Yes.
And inform people.
Yep. I mean, that's my goal in my social media. So all I do is educate the public on PDR. I am not making dent guy videos.
And I wish manufacturers would see that and not be so driven to just drive things right to body shops that are going to cut panels off and not weld them on properly. Like, they would recognize the value of PDR and hold it as like, you should pursue this first before you just take it to a body shop. That's a lot more invasive repair than needed. And if manufacturers would support us in that, but they don't, because they want to sell the parts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good theory. I mean, what you're saying ties right into my petition that I'm starting with Rivian.
I signed it, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And with all manufacturers, we need certification programs for PDR, I believe, because that's what the body shops are doing to get in ties with the manufacturers. It's an investment for the manufacturer. But if we can somehow show them that it's beneficial to them to use PDR, I think we would benefit by having certified PDR companies. You can go to Audi.com, look up certified collision centers, certified paintless dent repair centers, and have us. It's good for us to be on that list. We get training for being on that list. You've seen what people do with their certifications. You can still go do whatever the hell you want after you get the certifications. I mean, those body shops are doing whatever they want. So, but having that support from the manufacturer, I think, would really help the industry. So that's why I started that petition. I just started with Rivian because I felt like they were the most forward-thinking company. So, yeah, I have to jump back on that.
It's a green option too. Like, we're keeping something out of a landfill. We're like,
Right.
We're keeping chemicals from being sprayed into the air. We're keeping out of a landfill. We're preserving. We're rebuilding something instead of trashing it. Like, why would you not choose that?
Yep.
Like, you have to have some kind of other agenda to just drive it the other way.
Yep.
Right. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Or you just don't know.
Right.
Or they don't know, and
Right.
that's fair too. So, but going back to my water shield thing, that water shield that I had to do, I wasn't able to buy Rivian parts, and I had to tell the customer.
Right.
So, like, I had Claim Connection write the car for me. And she calls me and she's like, Matt, we got a problem. I'm like, what's the problem? She's like, it's mandatory one-time use parts, water shields. The problem is you can't buy them. And I'm like, so what does that mean? Well, it means if you don't, then it affects airbag timing. I'm like, well, I don't want that liability. She's like, well, then you probably shouldn't do the job because they're mandatory one-time use parts. And I'm like, she's like, the other option is have the customer go buy them. And I'm like, that's freaking stupid. But so I called the customer and I said, hey, here's the deal. I want to do your car. I can't buy the parts. There's one-time use parts. I'm not going to do your car unless we have those parts. He said, what are my options? I said, my options are you drive to Orlando and buy the parts and drive back. And he's like, I'll do it. So my customer had to drive to Orlando to buy the water shields,
God.
to drive back, and then he hand-delivered me the parts for me to do the job. Fast forward, now I can buy all the Rivian parts I want.
Right.
Now we're set up to where I can buy Rivian parts. Yeah. So if I was to applaud anything, You know, I don't want to just.
I agree.
It's like they've allowed me to buy Rivian parts, so now I can buy water shields, which I've done. Another job that I pulled off doors and had to do it. Now I can buy the wheel arches. I can buy the clips. You know, I can buy the door trim moldings, all the stuff that is required, which doesn't require me asking my customer to drive 2 hours to buy something.
Right.
Or go to the parts counter at the dealership. I can get on the website. I can upload my customer information as my shop. I can go onto the schematic, click the part I want. My credit card's already built in the thing. Hit buy now. It's like buying something on Amazon. It comes right to my house. And I can put it on. It's absolutely amazing. It's actually better than me having to go to the dealership and buy the stupid stuff, like at a Kia dealership or something. Like I love ordering the Rivian parts now because I can just do it right here.
Right.
Ships it right to my house. Done.
Yeah, that's nice.
So it's really nice. So I'm glad that has changed because that wasn't the case 3 years ago.
Right.
And at some point, they progressed forward.
Yeah.
So
That's a
kudos
great
to that.
Yeah. step. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't know about Tesla. I can't confidently speak on that.
They sell to they've been selling to the public for a long time. So you can buy Tesla parts. When they first started, they weren't selling to anybody.
Yeah.
Nothing. You couldn't even get lug nut covers.
My technician broke a panoramic roof.
Yeah.
He was fixing a roof rail and broke a panoramic roof. And I said, hey, Mr. Customer, don't worry about it. We're going to comp it. We broke it. We just got to source it. Take your car home because it just cracked because it's safety glass. It's not
Yeah.
the other stuff. And I said, just take your car home and we'll let you know when it gets back in and we'll bring it in and schedule it to get 3 months. Couldn't get it. I called every glass company. We can't get Tesla. We don't even want to touch Tesla.
Oh, my
They were just
God.
like, I could not find a Tesla panoramic roof.
Oh, God.
Had to find a Tesla body shop and take the car to the body shop and pay the body shop to do it.
Wow.
And it was just ridiculous. And that kind of stuff, although, again, it gets getting better with Rivian. You're saying it's getting better with Tesla. That kind of stuff was driving me nuts because, like, you're trying to do a good quality repair. You're trying to do all the right things, and the whole system's rigged against you. I can't get a piece of glass. I can't get the water shields. Freaking A. Like, what am I supposed to do?
That's, yeah.
They're trying to make you say, sorry, go to the Rivian Certified Repair Center.
Right.
They're the ones that need to do the job.
Right. No, you're right. You're right. I mean, all the manufacturers are guilty of it in some way or another.
Yeah.
It's, we got to fight back on it.
Well,
What else can we
I
do?
signed your petition.
Yeah. I mean, what else can we do? You know?
Well, we can maybe have a guy on my podcast that would come talk to us about it.
Oh. His name is Stefan. You talked about it. Stefan, is there anything that we didn't touch on that you wanted to talk about?
Yes.
Oh.
I have a gift.
Whoa.
I forgot it in the beginning. Sorry for the paper noise.
Bring it closer to the microphone. We like
No.
Yeah.
James likes chewing on air.
Whatever. More paper. So, it's from something you said in your first episode. And I felt a connection to it. See if you know what that is.
Oh, I know exactly what that is.
Yes.
Dude, you know what that is?
I think so.
You know the movie?
Yeah. With his tattoo?
Yeah. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Uh-huh.
Dude.
So, that's one of my favorite movies. So
Wow.
when you said that on the podcast, on your first episode, I was like, holy crap. I'm like, I don't feel like nobody knows this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Going from dreamer to reality to really doing things, it's so inspirational, that movie. It's and it's, you know, I've watched it again and it's maybe stupider than I remembered, but but it was it's definitely one of my favorite movies. So I like that you like the scene with the
Snow leopard.
snow leopard. For me, it's when he was skating down the road. I just get this. I just thinking about it gets lifted up. It was euphoria. But
Yeah.
I love that movie. So that's like connection with you and me, and it's
So for those listening, it's a picture of, it's kind of an abstract picture of Walter Mitty. I'll try to hold it for the camera. And then it says above it, if I like a moment, I just stay in it. which is a quote in the movie, which is what I said.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. Go watch the snow leopard
Yes.
scene, and then go listen to my episode that I talk about it if you're curious.
Wow.
Dude, thank you. That's
cool,
That's
Stefan.
meaningful.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's glad I could do it, and it's I got the print from Etsy. Came all the way from Sweden.
Wow. Sweden.
I didn't know I ordered from Sweden, but
That's
that's where
it took
they
a long
were.
time.
That's where
Wow.
they were. Actually, it came really quick.
Wow.
But yeah,
Super cool, man.
yeah, I really liked it.
Well, this is,
The artistry is good on it.
yeah. It's abstract. You can tell it's him, though,
Yeah.
if you know the movie.
Right.
At first, I was like, what the heck is that? And
That's
then
Ben Stiller.
It's Ben Stiller.
Yeah. So that's all I got.
Dude,
That's cool.
that's going to go right here somewhere.
Awesome.
Because that has some for sure meaning. Thank you so much, man. That's
No, thank you for having me. This is so cool. The room is awesome. Yeah, surreal being here.
we just added a surfboard to it. You see that thing over there?
Hell yeah.
Our buddy made that.
I'm no surfer, but that's pretty cool.
It's real. It's rideable. We had to make it legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, and look it. Hold this up to it.
Oh, here we go.
Look at the colors.
Oh wow.
close.
Dude, it's dead on.
Wow.
That's really good.
It matches our glue bag perfectly.
Even the black.
That wasn't. We weren't trying to do that. I gave him this is a darkened version of the
know.
logo, and it just kind of came out like that because we gave him the real bright, white one.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
cool.
When I saw it, I was like, did you try to do that? Because you somehow just nailed it.
yeah, that's cool.
So,
Badass.
yeah.
So something we recently did is we now have some merch available on pdrtool.com on A1's website. So you can get our hats, just like this one, or our classic shirt, like we have right here,
The skull.
which is our most popular shirt. Boom. And our hoodie, which is the same design on the hoodie. All that's available on pdrtool.com. And we plan on keeping it available. So you can get it whenever. You don't have to wait for a show.
Just took us 4 years.
It
to
did.
do that.
Because it's, we had to basically source, we had to find a printer like close to A1. So we had to, help facilitate that process so that we're not making it here, shipping it up there. Like that's ridiculous.
It wouldn't make
That took a
sense.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I love my Dent Slayer shirts
Heck yeah. The hoodies,
and hats.
yeah. The shirts and the hoodies, man. I always need a size over.
I had some
What
more
I'm supposed to
patches
have.
made, but I think I got scammed.
Really? Off Instagram?
Yeah, but it's the guy that's made all my other patches, and he's done them. He's sent them, and he made these, and he sent me a picture of them, like it's ready, like a real picture, unless it was AI, but I'm pretty sure it's a real picture of the patch. Mm-hmm. And I never got
Never
him.
came.
And I've been hitting him up like, dude, where are my patches? And he's just ghosting me.
Oh, no.
I've hit him up like 5 times. Bro, please send me my patches. And so
No patches.
No patches. So
Wow. Stefan, if people want to connect with you or follow you, where can they do that?
Oh boy. Everywhere. So I have I'm on Facebook, obviously, under my name, and then I have the podcast Smash Masters. You can reach out to there. That'll reach me. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon. All the regulars. And you can find me as YouBreakIFix on Instagram and TikTok, or My Dent Shop LLC on all of them. So
Awesome.
quite a bit. I have got a few social media.
how many episodes are you guys on your podcast now?
It's like 96, 97.
That's crazy.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
I'm a little out of touch. Are there other podcasts still going on, or did some people quit?
On mine?
No.
Active, the active podcasts.
Yeah.
I know Ryan Shuddy ended his.
Yep.
But then the Ginger Bros are still on. It's just they didn't do anything this year. Gene's been doing all year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gene's, he is consistent.
He's consistent.
But the Ginger Bros haven't done anything all year.
Yeah, they're paused right now.
And the Smash Masters, it's been on a little bit of a hiatus as well. We're both now self-employed and we're both getting busier. So might be a while till another episode, but
So you're saying
we're not done.
We're slowly taking over all you.
Well, it's very slow.
All you inconsistent, busy dudes. War of attrition, man. I'm telling you, you always beat if you just
Slow.
war of attrition.
Dent Nerds is, they still do stuff.
Dent Nerds, yeah.
Who are they?
John Vizey.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. But those guys are working too. I mean, are they?
Yeah.
Are they putting out consistent stuff?
I don't know.
It's random.
Yeah.
During hail season, a lot of those guys are doing hail. And,
I know. That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
well,
when people are making that money, they ain't got no time for stuff like this. Obviously, we ain't making hail money right now.
Nope.
Thank you to our sponsors. You can support us by supporting them. PDR Expo coming up September 25th and 26th in Las Vegas at the Rio Hotel and Casino. Very affordable, $184 a night. Come on.
I will be teaching a class there. So
Here we go.
If you're interested in a class.
And
come
what's
to
your
that.
class going to be on?
The value of tapping up from the bottom of the panel and how to do it.
Okay.
So be like a how to and why, when, where, all the
What to use?
what to
Tools?
use.
Best practices?
Yeah.
Okay. So come see that. Improve your skills with Matt. I think Gene Fetty's doing a class too, I think. Grow your business, discover new tools, watch the best compete, and connect with the PDR community. Another sponsor, Mobile Tech RX, the app that helps you run your auto recon business. Marketing, scheduling, estimates, payments. Run your entire business from your smartphone. And Black Plague PDR, PDR tool innovation, tabs, super straight tabs to glue, to shrink boxes, micro pushing tips. Black Plague tools are a must-have for any serious tech. Again, please support us by supporting our sponsors and support Stefan and support your local dent slayer. Anybody? Y'all got anything?
We're good.
No, sir.
Stefan, thank you for coming on, man.
Thank
you
you.
for coming all the way down here. We appreciate it.
Glad to do it.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
All right. See y'all next time.
See you.
The Dent Slayer, Matt Boyette. Thank you so much for being here.
She's